Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadrons. You welcome everyone. Sorry about the late response on starting the stream up. Just wanted to make sure that we have our bases covered. So it's just a two-man operation, at least until a guest star comes in. I'm with the Warrior of Light Final Fantasy fan.
Greetings, YouTube viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012 here, and welcome back to another live stream of the UN Space Fleet War Squadron. And today we're going to be talking about streaming today, and basically our thoughts about it.
Your online streaming sites and your online streaming shows, you know, those kind of things, the viability of it, the sustaining, the sustain. What do you call that? Stability of it, how it's sustained and all stuff, and the effects is continuing and has already have on people who watch streaming services. We were with the Lady of Valor. Hopefully she'll get her internet back up. Hopefully she'll be with us tonight as well. But we do have a guest star, and it'll be a bit before he joins us. So let's welcome to the chat. So Dread. Hey child. William, my man. And the Qualified Comments gave the wait. There we go. The answer to the stream question is shit sites will go under and good sites will be fine. Disney will still be Satan. That's a good starting point. What would you say, Final?
What would I say about streaming in general?
Mm-hmm. Like streaming services, period.
I mean, it might sound like a good thing because now, like, you can actually watch shows and movies, some of your favorite movies now on TV without having to buy on DVD, without having to buy DVD or VHS, because apparently a lot of people are now so lazy we can't even bother to go outside to even find it now. But then again, because now that we're seeing this now with this quote unquote with this content that they keep on pushing, whether it's on Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Netflix, whatever, a lot of it is just kind of crap or even mediocre at best. I mean, the only things that we would have, some of the things that we would have for at least some quality content for streaming would be Asian dramas, specifically that of Korean dramas on Netflix. I mean, hell, look at Squid Game. I mean, I know other Korean dramas aside from Squid Game would be much more popular than that, but then again, that's pretty much like the most popular, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hell, Stranger Things season 4. I mean, it was a hit for a while. I mean, a lot of people still watch anime on Netflix. Used to watch JoJo on there for a while until I found them the Zoro website where you could basically watch anime basically for free there, unless if they might get greedy, of course. But then again, it's just, what's the point? I mean, Disney is just even the absolute worst with this, because like they would even just go on to edit their own stuff, just like to not for the sake of, oh my gosh, like this and that, like
right,
exactly, yeah. They would even add in additional lines, like I think in Emperor's New Groove, where Yzma and Krunk are just now going down the water slide like it's a roller coaster, and Krunk says an additional line, says, "Yzma, put your hands in the air," or something like that, probably. Or
no,
even when they put in,
that was actually part of the movie.
oh, that was a part of the movie.
Mm.
Oh, I thought that was actually.
It was meant to be like how a riff on how people tend to put their hands up on the roller coaster. So like the only person that's like not enjoying the ride is Yzma. So it's like Krunk wants her to join in on the fun because he's pretty much a kid at this point.
Oh, pretty much. He's kind of like the himbo guy, the himbo. Um, but another example and a very infamous one, when they would watch Star Wars: A New Hope on Disney Plus, there's an infamous line with Greedo where Han shoots first before he could even kill Greedo. But yet before he did that, Greedo just says McClunky, and yet it doesn't even translate the line, because whenever they would show like alien foreign languages in Star Wars, they would translate it to get the idea of what they're actually saying. I mean, hell, it's even there from most of the Star Wars games whenever they're involved. Um, but yeah, they don't even translate whatever McClunky even means when Greedo says that before Han shoots first, because I think it's just there just to establish that Han is a good guy. I mean, yeah, he's a good guy, but he's not like a Boy Scout as Luke is. He's a
All
scoundrel
right.
and he's a
Our guest
scoundrel and a
star is
sucker.
here, everybody. Sorry, Final. Don't mean to cut you off real quick. But
You're
let me
okay.
introduce our guest star, Unqualified Comics. My man, get your butt up in here.
How
Dude, how
you
could you do
doing?
that to Final?
I'm sorry, but you know me. I get too excited.
He was in the middle of a
Um,
good point.
I
Yeah,
know. He can
I mean,
continue.
I
I
still
just want to
forgive him.
introduce you, and I don't want to keep you in waiting.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up, guys?
Look, man. Look, man. You know my brand, right? You know my brand, right?
I mean, yeah, it's understandable.
Furries?
Well, one of them.
Look
Am I
at the
missing the
bottom
other
of our
brand?
icon. Look at the bottom of our icons.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but
Like,
yeah,
man, it's really hard trying to please everybody.
yeah, because I mean, it goes from the saying that I just now go by, and I always have to keep this to heart, and I would give this to anyone who needs to be a writer, who really wants to be a writer. Cater to an audience, but don't just appeal to everybody, because as soon as you try to cater to everybody, you end up catering to nobody. And that's basically Disney in a nutshell for you, because yeah, the aforementioned Greedo example um, in episode 4, A New Hope, with on Disney Plus. But
I mean, I don't know. I look at Disney and I just see corporate incompetence, at least for right now.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much Hollywood at least.
Well, I don't know about that. There's some parts of Hollywood that are turning things around and they're making money, right?
Mm.
Hmm.
But all this stuff, it takes
I mean, hell
time.
yeah, like look at Top Gun Maverick or Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Should I invite somebody else to here too?
I mean, Leia might join eventually, but what
I
the
see
hell?
Greenie in the chat. Greenie, you want to join us tonight? You don't look like you doing anything tonight. Come on, Greenie. You want to be in on this topic. You look like you want to be on this topic. I'll wait for an answer.
But yeah, um, and Hulu. I mean, now Disney owns Hulu now. It's not even much better because a lot of it is just now like just teen dramas. Netflix is infamous for that, like 13 Reasons Why, um, anything or pretty much any others aside from 13 Reasons Why. Not bashing on it, but just an example.
Oh, I'll bash on it.
I mean, I don't
But
know. I think Netflix is kind of self-correcting anyway, especially after they lost all their subscribers. They're going to start axing a bunch of shit. You
Hmm.
know, that's
mhm.
technically how it is, right? A lot of these things, it takes time for these massive, a big corporation, especially when they get big, like a Netflix or Disney, which has been big forever. It takes them a long time to react to what the reality is, and usually you have to basically wait for everything to crash.
I
So,
mean, they're already crumbling.
yeah, bitches are going to get fired. They're going to get laid off. There's going to have to go through a huge loss cycle, right?
I
And
rem-
then eventually you'll get people who they hire for just performance reasons and they get back on track, or they go completely under and they go bankrupt or they get bought out or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure if Disney's even worth saving at this point, whatever is going to happen as soon as all this comes crashing down. So, I mean, what's going to be next?
if I recall correctly, Netflix was Tubi before Tubi. It had a lot of great old school shows on there, and now suddenly when they started to become bigger, they started doing their own stuff, their own original stuff. Stranger Things was like the big hit original stuff, and then they started bringing in some other junk,
Mm.
and then they started bringing in some dimes like say Cobra Kai. I
I
remember
mean,
that.
oh yeah, hell, JoJo Part 6. JoJo Part 6 actually is actually on there. At least like the first 12 episodes.
Yeah,
They
but
announced like a
Netflix
few
is
more.
fucking it up hardcore.
Mm,
Dude, the release on Netflix has been fucking terrible for JoJo Part 6. Because
mm.
half the fun of JoJo is the episodic release. And now you're like, oh well, we're gonna release like 6-7 episodes at a time. It's just a total shit show. Then you add to the fact that this particular season of JoJo, the animation is kind of shit. I don't know what's going on, but there was just some bad 3D animation in this season of JoJo.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean it's like really jarringly bad. I mean, it doesn't help that this really isn't my favorite part of JoJo in general. It
This
kind
is
of
Stone
ranks at the
Ocean,
bottom.
right?
Yeah, Stone Ocean kind of ranks at near the bottom for me. The best part of JoJo is the next one, which I'm kind of terrified if Netflix is going to take on Steel Ball Run because that's the shit.
I'm a
I'm not
little.
sure. I'm
Sorry,
not
go
I'm
ahead.
sure
a
if
little.
A1. What's the animation studio that does the JoJo anime?
David.
Yeah, David Productions. I'm not sure if they would even be able to do that, considering how now wacky JoJo's gone a lot more with since Part 7, 8. Because now Araki's given more creative freedom since Part 7 after Part 6 has ended.
Yeah, I mean, part 6, the biggest problem with it, just to summarize very quickly, is it has like a really random and I think like to me, it's kind of a stupid ending. Like I feel like Araki basically gave up near the end, and like the energy of that whole thing just fell apart in Stone Ocean. I mean, it didn't really start off that great anyway to begin with, just because I think Jolene's probably one of the least interesting of the JoJos that are out there. But Stone Ocean is a totally different animal. I think it's because he got to be able to start from a clean slate. He didn't have to connect it to the previous JoJo universe like Part 6. So
All
Part
right,
7
stop
ends
the
up being.
presses, everybody. With a lovely Leia Valor, Leia plus size.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Leia.
This
Hi.
is Leah Plus Size Lovely to Valor. Sorry, I'm a little late. I had some internet issues. I've had some internet issues. So, on Qualified Comics, hello. Sorry, I didn't reach you earlier. But now go ahead and continue. I don't want to interrupt the conflab. We're talking about streaming issues, correct?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm just
Well,
going
sir.
off on a tangent. Don't worry. You can go back to
Yeah.
streaming.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause, I
well,
mean,
you
we were
go
just
ahead
talking
and
about
finish,
JoJo,
and then
so
I'll come
yeah.
in. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just tangenting right now. But yeah, no, Netflix has some gems, and then they just have a tsunami of shit. That's the biggest problem at Netflix. It's not that they can't make good stuff, it's that they'll make one good streaming series and then they'll make like 15 shit ones.
They might just be
And
winging it at
movies.
this point without any effort. Like,
Yeah.
even if they would put in the effort with some of the things that they would make that would be good, like Cobra Kai, Stranger Things. I mean,
I mean,
arguably JoJo Part 6 if you love Part 6. But then again,
you want to know where the Rock came in first?
since
Dear
when?
white people.
Oh man.
Dear
Man.
white people
Say that
came in.
again.
The Rock set in. The Rock began with when Dear white people came in. I was like, oh, what is this?
Oh man.
I mean, I know this isn't a
Oh
pop.
god. Oh no no no.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, I tried to copy off Bob's Burgers, even though I'm not much of a comedy person myself. I don't really watch that show anyway, but
Nah, I was commenting. What's wrong with it? Like, look at my man's head. That guy.
I mean, to be honest, what Netflix got right is they were the first streaming site to have an interface that wasn't dog shit. Like it was actually a very good and intuitive and useful interface. And it took like Amazon Prime and Hulu, like even to this day, Amazon Prime and Hulu streaming interface is dog shit compared to Netflix.
Got JoJo fan.
yeah, because I mean, like, there's even like this video that a Schooner sent in the MeWe chat that perfectly sums up pretty much what we have been consuming with just like this whole maybe binge watching would be part of this whole thing, but then It's just basically called Morality is Dead and Hollywood Killed It. And it's just that we just keep on getting with this like morally gray stuff or just really grim dark stuff. Like Breaking Bad, as successful as that show was, as more of a cautionary tale, but even then that's also kind of the problem, because they would treat any like character who's more bleak or grim as basically a frickin' role model, and it's not really a good sign.
I
Yeah,
mean, what was
final. That's one of the biggest issues. Why I had brought this up with Wolf, that I'm seeing too is I'm seeing too much cynicism and too much darkness, and like you said, Breaking Bad, The
Orange is the
Sopranos,
New
even the
Black,
streaming
or
show.
Game of
Oh
Thrones,
Yeah,
even Watchmen.
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah,
I
Orange is
mean,
the New
Watchmen. We're
Black.
getting,
Don't even get me started on that show.
yeah,
yeah,
oh, wait, are
and
we
I
yeah,
talking
think
about
because
because
of
Netflix or
dark,
just streaming
like
in
you said,
general?
I mean, streaming in general, really,
tre-
because I mean
Mm,
that's kind of
streaming
part of
in
it.
general. Yeah, treating bad behavior like it's heroic. I'm just seeing a plethora of
And you guys
films
actually talked
and
about this
streaming
at
and
one time in
shows.
the in romanticizing villains, and that's pretty much that.
there was a lot of romanticizing in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the beginning, there
Yes,
was a lot of romanticizing of villains. Like it. Oh my goodness, it was bleeding into the Marvel Netflix series before they got canned. Like people were
yes.
fawning over the Purple Man
Mm.
at one
Oh
point
yeah,
during Jessica Jones's run, and people wanted to know more about Cornell Stokes and Luke Cage.
I absolutely totally agree with you. Even with Daredevil, which is a show I did like. I didn't like all the episodes, but I did like some of them. They seemed to look up more to Kingpin than they did Daredevil.
Oh yeah,
Matt Murdock. Matt
I
Murdock.
forgot how much of a wuss they made the Kingpin.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah. Did they make
they
him a wuss,
basic
or did they make him overly? Um, Go ahead.
they basically just made him. I mean, they try to make him like somewhat of a family guy, somewhat, even though he doesn't have kids. Like he tries to do right by his wife despite being a crime lord. That'd be like
Yes.
romanticizing Jabba the Hutt, despite that he's the guy who literally fed a Twi'lek to the Rancor and made Leia her slave for a while, and literally kept Han Solo frozen in carbonite for a while because he didn't pay his debts.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's like they were trying to make him a sympathetic villain. I don't believe Kingpin is a sympathetic villain.
I
I
mean,
don't
no,
know.
he's the
Yeah,
one. He's the one who runs the crime in New York. Like he's in charge of it all.
right. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't know Daredevil's world that much. I'm going to be honest. I didn't really start to reach the history of Daredevil until I started watching the show. But I don't. I think my problem is exactly what you said. Final taking villains and trying to make them. They either we're turning them all into anti-heroes or to sympathetic villains. And like you said, Kingpin is not a sympathetic villain, but the show turned him into that, and then tried to make Matt Murdock cuckoo. Like, like I said, the great hallway fight, which is the best thing I've ever seen on television. I will agree with that, summed up of who this man is. Because after he just whipped the tail to all those bad guys, he goes in this little boy and saves the little boy who's frightened and he's scared. But he calms down long enough to tell him it's okay, it's all right. I'm here to take you home to your father. And he walks out with him. And I said, that's it. That is what a hero is. And then what happened? It's just, it's just where was that guy? Because that's what he should be all about. But
You miss
like you said,
you missed it.
what did I go? What did I miss? Go ahead. You can tell me what I missed.
Sure, we love Daredevil, but the thing is that people think that a good villain is what's selling the story. So when it comes down to the villain, they tend to look at the villain as another hero that's fall from grace, or a guy that was good that went to bad. Kingpin, they turned Kingpin into an abused child for one in the Daredevil show. They they try to make him like this pseudo Lex Luthor type, where he's trying to help the city, but he's doing criminal means to do so. So he's hurting the city more in order to help it. and that's what got people on board with Kingpin. I got on board with his ruthlessness and his lethality and his moments and bouts of anger. You know, that's what sold me on him. The fact that he has this charismatic slyness to him, like you almost in a way you almost thought he was playing oh I'm blanking on her name again. What was her name?
Oh, his wife or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I forgot her name. Angelica, something with an A. I forgot. Alicia, no, it's something
no, it was
else.
an I. Somebody
Okay.
unqualified. You're the comic book expert. Tell me her name.
With the chick in the series.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Kingpin's wife in the
I don't
Netflix
even
show.
remember there was being one in the comic book. But I'm
she
gonna be
popped up
dead
in
honest with you
Spider-Man
guys.
animated series in one episode. Vanessa, was it
Yeah,
Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
Vanessa.
about. You're talking about the Netflix series, not the comic books. But I didn't think the Daredevil series was all that bad, to be honest. I think that was
It
probably the
wasn't.
bright spot in the Netflix world.
It did. What I'm saying
I
is,
didn't think that bad either. I liked it, but
Yeah.
I
it came down to when the villains were so damn good. It's like all they can think, all the people that watch these shows, the ones that claim to be fans, seem to want a villain origin story for it. They want a villain origin story for every freaking villain that they fawn over and fall in love with. By the way, I don't want to keep them in the shadows too long. We got the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Hey, Dom.
good evening, Dominic.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Um, uh, Qualify, and then I'll let Dominic talk. I liked the show. I think, like you said, it's the only bright spot of Netflix I like. But I did have issues, as Final was talking about. It seems that they're obsessed with darkness, or villains are really heroes, and their story should be told, and the hero is really the villain. That evil is good. That there is some sort of satisfaction to come from evil.
You know, and getting
That
some
in
of the
order for
CW shows that carried
oh my
over to
god,
this bullshit.
yeah, oh my God, yes. That evil behavior is rewarded. Evil behavior should not be rewarded. It should be a cautionary tale, as Wolf said, to not go in that direction. But it seems to me a lot of these streaming shows, like Wolf said, either they want a villain origin story or feel the show only works if the villain is seen as an anti-hero or a sympathetic villain, not just evil for evil. And that's another issue I have with some of these streaming shows. I have to be honest with and don't get me started on that Bridgerton. I'm not going to run you out of death on that thing. Good Lord. But I just think that some of the shows on Netflix are just not worth the hype lately. That's what I've been saying. Do I really want to keep my subscription? Because I hardly look at these things. And then some of the Netflix films I watch, I forget them, or they just
They were
don't live up
kind of
to what they're
missing
supposed to be.
the point of this topic. We're talking about the viability and the sustaining of streaming services and what the effects are having on people per se.
Okay, well, I would say that I think everybody's putting their eggs in too many baskets. I think, and you guys can chime in if you want to, I think it's hurting storytelling. I think that the
Absolutely.
binge, I think that you guys know the old television was 22 episodes per season. Now with binging, I think it's either 6, 8, 12. And so you're trying to condense all this story down into 12 episodes, all this character development in 12 episodes. It's going too fast. It's too much information too fast and not really working itself out. And that's the issue I'm having. And I think it is just it's hurting storytelling. You don't really get to know a character. You don't really get to know. For instance, I use, for example, True Blood when it was on HBO was cool because it was spread out enough that I got to know that world. I got to know those characters, and it wasn't rushing me through it that I don't sit and really get sucked into the story. I don't feel that way when I'm watching these streaming shows, Disney Plus, Netflix. And one problem is for me, it is the storytelling. This quick, I gotta have it quick. I gotta have it now. I'm gonna watch it now. I'm gonna stay up for 8 hours a day and watch the whole thing, and then I'm gonna come to social media and blah 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 about it. I'm gonna go to work and blah 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 about it. But do I really remember what I just watched? Did I really soak in what I just watched? Can I really tell you really about a whole episode after watching it? And then after I'm done watching it, when's the next thing I have to binge? So my issue with streaming is I think it's killing storytelling. And I don't know what else you guys think, but I'm getting that. That's how it is for me. Now I don't know about anybody else who is watching streaming, but I feel because of this binge model, the quality of storytelling has gone down. In my opinion, I just don't think a lot of these shows are the worth the quality that they say they are because of the
Yeah.
binge
'Cause I mean,
model.
if you want a villain that is viewed in more cautionary tale, I always go back to the Star Wars prequels about all of this, because that is basically the story that is building up with George Lucas's hand trying to extend upon Star Wars that he made, because there was already the Star Wars extended universe in 1991, since Heir to the Empire was published. So then he tried his hand to it to extend on the origins of Darth Vader. So then you also get an idea, not only that you know that Luke is already the son of Darth Vader, but even with Leia, so that you already know there's a connection. So you know there's already a bigger story being told.
Well, then that I agree with. That is what should be told. Then that should be what's translated to streaming. Maybe what went wrong? Why is it that
Bigger picture
before?
time for me to drop in the bigger picture. Bigger picture
Okay,
being your guys are right in what you're saying. The thing is that we what the real issue one of the real issues I'm having with the streaming services is that there's overabundance and overindulgence.
Absolutely, I
And
agree with that.
in
Yeah,
other words, it's quantity over quality, and
yeah.
it's not.
There's no universal linkage between the two or between the many. We have too many shows that are airing somewhere on one site. We got another show airing on another site. We got shows that are not exclusive to this show, or sorry, this streaming site. You got movies that are exclusive to these sites right here. And it's like I'm thinking like, why don't you have a fucking streaming site where we have all the fucking movies? Why don't you have one streaming site where they air their own shit there, and this other place air their own shit over there? You got the you got these new boxes that you come out and you just press them remote and it's just there and just there. And when you have that stuff at the ready at the remote, do you really have that anxiousness like you used to back when you flick the channel on regular TV? Do you still have that notion of doing something like that now that you can just come home, push a button, and you be in HBO Max, push another button, you be it. I've seen this happen at my mom's house. My mom had that stick. I think it's a stick, and it's got all the streaming services. You got Hulu, you got your Disney Plus, you got your ESPN, your Pure Flix, all that stuff. And oh my goodness, each and every one of them, my mom and my stepdad can pick and choose where they want to watch their stuff at. So she can go on her little. I'm surprised she even watches Pure Flix because Pure Flix. I mean, say what you will about that. You know what I'm saying? Pure Flix is something else. It's always been something else since they do their own little movies in the big screen. Now you got it in the small screen, right?
Hmm.
So I took a gander at it, right? I took a gander at it. I'm like, okay, let me try this stuff out. Okay, I'm usually I found myself going back to Netflix because that's all we have on hand where I stay at in San Diego. That's what me and my wife use, and the only reason why we keep that is because she watches her Korean dramas. She's already found her niche. For me, I'm pretty much binging Villain Saga again, or at least I'm actually continuing where I would left off when I first watched it elsewhere. You know, so we got our own thing. We don't really watch none of the woke shit. She happens to happen. Excuse me. She happens to happen on it, but she don't stay on it too long. She just go right back to her Korean drama. She just pick and choose whatever. She's Filipino, so by the way, but she just flick. You know. But when I was at my mom's house, my mom's stepdad's place, they had just about everything. HBO Max. I was like flicking through all that stuff, flicking all that stuff. Like man, this is far too damn convenient. How does anybody sustain this shit? But you know what I did? Since I found out that Cobra Kai is getting a new season somewhere in September,
You are correct.
the second, right, or the
Yes,
22nd.
No, no, second.
Oh, a lot sooner than expected. Nice. Anyways, since I heard that we were getting that next season, I started from the beginning of the series just to catch up and hopefully introduce my parents to it because I wanted to at least give them a shot to check out what's good because they barely even know what's going on anymore. What's new? What to watch? I try to stay
Yeah,
on
I
the
hear
right
you.
of good quality, and that's another thing about this stuff when it comes down to the abundance and the over quality. Sorry, the over quantity. You cannot sift or vet. You can barely vet what's good or not with this type of stuff.
Yeah,
y'all
you.
want to add
Yeah.
into what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're certainly not wrong on that. Because with Netflix has ever since it got into the streaming business, it's just like it does. You can't tell. You can't really. Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, you can't really vet on which of the materials, be it a movie or a TV show that is objectively good or bad. Because back then like, we had like the stars, and like it informs us on like the quality of the movie or a TV show, and you're curious like if it's a low rating, you decide on whether it deserved it or were people being too harsh on it. But then later on they took out the stars and put in like the thumbs up and thumbs down ratio, which is a really like this is your replacement to the stars. And not only that, but with it being a distributor for like shows and movies coming from international, be it from Asia or Europe, like people are spending like their time on those shows, on those shows and movies than over here in the West because a majority that we have is not all that good with some like diamonds in the rough that diamonds in the rough like every now and then, and like those materials deserve to have the spotlight shine on them because this is quality entertainment, not what the studios are trying to well, make us like.
Uh, yeah, I was giving everybody a chance to speak. Yeah, I have to go along with that, and that's the issues that I'm having because I'm having a hard time really finding a streaming show I really really like. And I was going back to what Wolf said. Wolf, that's the point also that I'm trying to make. When you have it all right there at your convenience, anytime, anywhere, you know, are you really going to sit down and really indulge yourself in it? You know what I mean? Really, really get lost into the story or enjoy the storytelling because you know for a fact that, well, okay, I know it's already there, so I could watch episode 5, 6, and 7 later on at a later date, because I know that it's already there. Whereas the old model was each week, you came for your show to find out what happens next and you're following along with it. But I just feel like the overindulgence, as he said, is another part of the problem. I think it's the overindulgence and too much indulgence. It's
We
it's it's
have
overindulgence
It's
and too
also
much.
we
it's
have the
also
green
shortening
powder.
people spending attention spans.
Both of you shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. We have the green paladin from beyond the planet where Voltron dwells. Green Line Girl. Welcome, Greenie.
Hello.
Hey, it's been a while.
Good evening.
Hello. Hello.
Well, when I
It's
was
been a long time.
dang it, Wolf.
I'll tell
Oh
you
yeah.
all
No, wait.
about it when I
Here we go
see
again.
you again. When I
No,
see you
no.
again. Are you
Here we
sharpen your
go.
sword?
Oh god dang it, that song. Don't get people crying. You're gonna make people cry when you sing that song. Don't do that.
You better play that shit at my funeral. I'll tell you that right now.
That's
I'm,
gonna make
I,
it
I,
much worse.
I'm gonna
Oh,
haunt y'all ass and say I want that $2,000
And we
back.
lost a man.
You'll be back. Well,
Probably not.
hey, we just have to wait and see.
Yes, of course.
Anyway,
Okay.
what I was about to bring, what I was about to bring up with yours as well as Leia's point is because of them because of their approach of quantity over quality, which is not only short term thinking, but what they don't realize is they're shortening people's attention spans.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, and
Not
it is. It's when you have a short attention span, it's hard for you to focus on a good show, but it's spread out. Maybe instead of being 12, it's 22. And but your brain has been tuned into 8 and 16. You don't make it through the whole 22. Maybe the best parts, a story has to build. Even on a TV show, you're building to something. But if you're just used to that 18, you're not going to make it to maybe episodes 10 through 14 are really good episodes, or maybe 14 through 16 are good episodes. But you're I feel like it is, kind of shortening our attention span that way, and I don't think that's good. I mean, I don't know. You can bring it in because even if the show is a good show, because it's so fast and so concise, it's just not well developed. I mean, are these shows going to be deemed classics 10, 20 years from now? The way other shows are. I keep bringing up True Blood, but I still don't mind going back and looking back at those episodes because that was a good show. Can we say the same for the streaming shows now? Because I think by the time a lot of these shows are going to get forgotten in the next 20 years. Maybe some, not all,
well,
maybe some.
Hmm. I actually think
yeah,
some of them have been forgotten in less than 2 years.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, you're right. That's the issue. And back in the day, the early shows used to didn't be that way. A show could go off the air, and then 5 years from now, you're watching it in a rerun, or you're restreaming it, and you realize it still holds up. Another problem with these streaming shows is that the way they're written for when a certain time when they should be timeless. So if you're writing a show for one particular fad or one particular moment, that will not last 5 years from now. You follow what I'm saying? I'm trying to find the right word for it, but I think the writing of the shows is like for the now when the show should be universal. Again, I know I keep bringing it up because the only thing I can think of, True Blood is one that I go back and rewatch, and I still enjoy it, even though it's been off the air for about 8 years now. I think maybe I don't know, but now again, these shows, the writing is just not there. Is that the binge models why the writing is so bad? The writing is just it's just not. Is it because of the binge model, and is it because they need and this is probably coming from Game of Thrones, which was not a streaming show, but are they writing for the big cliffhanger water cooler moment? Are they writing?
well, an art actually it's not really that. Or what's happening with writing in fiction is most of the modern writers have adopted the approach of this is applied this is like more apt in comic books, but writing for the trades. Essentially, they're overextending a storyline or uh, uh, overextending a storyline or whatever than it needs to be in order like to give people like that time to binge instead of giving them time to breathe. That's one of the reasons why I applaud Invincible and the boys, where they actually adopted the original model of television, where each new episode is made in a certain day of the week, so that way people all had time to digest just with what they've seen and have a discussion like amongst themselves on their overall impressions of the individual series and rewatching it again to see if they missed something.
I mean, I applaud the boys for not being fucking terrible like the comic book.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's another pros with the boys TV show. Is that it's objectively better than the original source material. In addition to becoming another example of an instance where an adaptation is better than the source material.
Of that I can agree. I still don't like it.
Yeah, look, like I said, like I said, I don't, even though I do respect like Garth Ennis as a writer, I don't really, disagree. I disagree with him on his points, especially his take on capes.
Well, I'm not saying I like the boys on Amazon either, but the acting is quality. In
Hmm.
general,
And
the
and the
production
story
is very good.
and the story and the storytelling and the storytelling has the potential to be timeless because like it is satire that's poking fun at everybody at both sides of the aisle. Oh, it may not be at the level of South Park, but it is satire nonetheless.
How many episodes does the boys have in their seasons? How many episodes run? I want to. I'm sorry. I'm like, well, it's not my thing, but I'm curious. How many episodes do they run? How many seasons has the boys been on?
Currently there's 3 seasons.
And how many episodes of those seasons do they usually run?
But however, like the runtime is equal to that of a movie.
Oh, say that again.
I said 8 episodes, and the runtime equals to that of a movie.
Yeah, because now
Oh,
every episode nowadays is just now every hour long.
Yeah, that's actually another issue. Not every episode in a TV show shouldn't. It's not a one size fits all. Oh, it shouldn't apply to every TV show.
okay. So I have to agree with that. I think that the running time and length of time should depend on the material and the show that you're telling. I think you just said another reason why I'm having an issue with streaming shows. And everybody in the comments, you're making all great comments too. I'm seeing some of you guys are doing great. I do think they've developed a one size fits all mentality towards streaming and streaming writing. And maybe that's why I've got a problem with it, because I do feel it's like that. Now,
Yeah. You don't have
does that
the brevity of how TV shows were handled back then as much as you don't see it in comic
Yeah,
books
I
because
would like to
see?
show you guys an image though of the same video. It's actually from the same exact video that I was just referencing a few moments ago. So if I could actually find it, here it is. Share it. Can you guys see it? Oh
Not
wait,
yet.
picture in.
Give it time.
Hmm.
No, I gotta
There it
do it.
is. All right, I got it. All right, sure if it's zoomed in on the picture. Is it zoomed in?
It's zoomed in.
I
All right.
can see it.
oh, morality is dead. Hollywood killed it.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the video.
well, that's
That's the
good.
video I was referencing, and I couldn't. I tried to find this exact image, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But so then I had to use this video for reference of this image because this perfectly encapsulates anything which character, whenever a character is either good or evil. So yes, even if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, there all these alignments are all there. You have your lawful good, lawful, neutral good, chaotic good, to even just neutral or even levels of evil. Easy levels of lawful good.
Yeah, I mean, like
In
good.
this image right
No,
here, we
like
have
good is.
Superman as the lawful.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically as the lawful good, or knights that they play in this. Luke Skywalker is another example of that. But then we go to a neutral good. In this case, as I think his name is Malcolm from Firefly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because just from that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
recognize him.
mean, yeah, he's basically not much as Luke Skywalker, but pretty much as parallel, but something like that. Kind of similar to Spike Spiegel, somewhat, because yeah, everyone makes jokes that Firefly is similar to Cowboy Bebop, but then we have a chaotic good. This is where we see a
Actually,
lot
I
of.
would say Firefly is more akin to Outlaw Star.
Mm. Anyway, then we get a more chaotic good. A lot of tricksters fall into this. In this case, for here, it's V for Vendetta, and yet even tricksters in mythology would fall into this. Hermes,
Uh-huh.
someone like that. If tricksters are portrayed as heroes instead of a villainous trickster like Loki. But then we have more neutral characters, like a chaotic neutral, Jack Sparrow. or sorry, Captain Jack Sparrow. um,
Although interestingly, although with Jack he can switch between chaotic neutral and chaotic good, because like he does have heroic qualities,
I
but
mean, sure, yeah, but like he's just like
well like
generally he's just
he,
neutral.
well I was gonna say he's very individualistic, listen, but which fits in like nicely with his character.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause, I mean, he always tricks everybody. That's how he gains his edge. But then we have a very lawful neutral. In this case, what we have here is Captain Picard from Star Trek: The Next Generation. I mean, he already speaks from experience. Like anyone, whenever there's this one episode in Star Trek: The Next Generation where Q is or no, not Q, Data, he was afraid to make a mistake to try to figure something out. But yet Picard comes in and tells him that he needs his help, but yet Data still can't do it because again he's afraid of making a mistake. But then Picard tells him with words of wisdom, it's possible to not make a mistake and still lose. That's not a matter of chance, Data. That's life. I mean, at least
Oh yeah, what a
I
quote.
try to I try to paraphrase that because I know he tried to say something else, but I try to paraphrase that as best I can. But then we have a true neutral here, which I try to get a close in zoom in on that image. I forgot I'm not sure what even that is. I'd like to say that's the Ents from the Lord of the Rings, but I'm not sure.
It is
Yeah, it
Treebeard.
looks like
That's
Treebeard.
Treebeard, dude.
Oh, it's a
Treebeard.
tree. Wait,
Mhm.
No, no,
Well,
that's his name. He is an ant, but yeah, that's Treebeard.
okay, yeah, yeah. They're basically just they're just neutral basically on every situation. Then the lower levels. This is where we
well,
go to evil.
well,
Huh?
I'd say on a brief side tangent, another example of a character who is true neutral is Archer, Emiya, of the Nasuverse.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. And then now we go to evil right here. Of course, you have
Yes.
villains who are pure evil. What we have here is the Joker. At least Heath Ledger as the Joker in The Dark Knight. But the Joker in the comics, he's exactly that. He's a nihilist. A lot of nihilists fall
Evil for
into
the
this.
Pump the
evil
brakes
for the
Evil
real
for
sake
quick.
of it.
what's it?
Evil for the sake of
Pump,
it, but you don't have to be a nihilist to
pump the
be
brakes real quick.
chaotic evil.
Up the brakes. What's it?
I always want to know who made that movie. The YouTube video that you're looking at.
Um, hold on. I can actually zoom out.
Should tell you the name when you
Yeah, it doesn't
hover
even
over it.
say it on here.
That's weird.
Well,
Foundation
yeah,
for Foundation
I
for
watch it.
Economic
I watch this guy. He's really good.
Education. Yeah, that's what it is.
Repeat
Foundation
that
for
because we can't see that.
Economic Education. Foundation for Economic Education. That's the name of the channel.
Or
Yeah,
in other
his
words,
channel.
feed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
FEE.
but the channel is top quality. Well, I highly recommend watching some videos and subscribing to them.
All right. So yeah, you don't have to be a nihilist to be the chaotic evil because again, Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, easy example of that. Dracula from Bram Stoker's Dracula or Castlevania. But even though he falls into maybe falls into the lawful evil, but then again, the Dracula vampires are normally chaotic evil, unless if they're Louis from Interview of the Vampire who's trying to gain his humanity back. But then again, then we have lawful evil. This is basically tyrants. Most tyrants fall into this. Darth Vader, what we see here. And then neutral evil. They're basically just a force of evil, but more so of like an evil as a force of nature. In this case, what they use is the xenomorph or the alien queen from the Alien series.
which is which is very apt.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna jump in when you're done.
okay. And so yeah, we have this entire image of this basically being an example of again D&D would basically have this whether you want to make a hero or sometimes like a more who's actually on a more who leans more on the good side like Green Lantern might fall into a neutral good, even though he's kind of like snarky and kind of does not give a crap because he's more so like they joke about how he's a bit more arrogant, but he is more because he is very willful because again the Green Lantern
Well,
Corps is powered by willpower.
well, in summary, Hal is more is the Kirk in Green in the DC universe for the Green Lantern Corps,
I mean,
because
absolutely, he is a
he's
frontiersman.
not.
We see
Yeah,
frontiersmen
because
everywhere in superhero comics.
yeah,
Yeah,
and he's even though like he is an intergalactic police officer, he's not by the books.
yeah. I mean, he just does everything from his own because that's from his will. Because that's what the Green Lantern Corps is powered by. I mean, then again, I would even funny mention that I mentioned that Green Lantern's in lawful neutral because Malcolm is played by Nathan Fillion, who is the popular voice for Hal Jordan. Um, or if you want to make characters who fall on the more neutral side of things, like whether anti-heroes or anti-villains who fall into a more neutral side, like maybe a more lawful neutral. Even though I can't even think of one right now. I mean, I can actually think of one for who is a true neutral. The Phantom Stranger, who's basically more of like an exposition for the Justice League whenever he's involved, or the Spectre, also from DC Comics.
Hmm. Now, would you put the assassins from Assassin's Creed under lawful neutral?
I mean, depending on what they might be, because I mean, again, Assassin's Creed is kind of a whole generational thing.
Where would Wolverine fall?
He might fall into like a more.
Chaotic good.
I mean, I was kind of thinking chaotic neutral,
Yeah,
but yeah,
more
more thinking
chaotic.
about it. Yeah, more of a chaotic good. So, I mean, he does respect Cyclops, at least in the 1997 animated show. But then again, he just pretty much like falls into more of his own terms because he is.
So while we're going with this, what are they? What are the stream sites really proposing as an alternative to all this morality stuff? Think about it like this: there is no morality or relative morality in these storytelling with these shows that they're producing in these streaming sites. They're
There,
lectures.
Sorry,
yeah,
what?
and I mean it's not just that, but they're pulling a death match from Saint Seiya, where he's trying to pull out moral relativism. Doesn't like that there is no true good and evil. And of course, like with Shun's master, he calls like Death Mask out on his bullcrap, saying he's feeble-minded. That there is that
Fine, are you done with this video real quick?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty much like done with that.
All right, I'm gonna remove it now. But
Yeah,
continue. Yeah,
yeah.
Continue what
anyway.
you're saying, Dominic.
Anyway, Shun's master like instantly call Death Mask out on his bull crap. Okay, because like whenever like people like you'll pull that stunt, it's to master egregious actions whenever in order to accomplish their goals. I mean we've seen a lot we've seen it across history with people who operate under that modus operandi. Essentially Essentially, he says that good is good and evil is evil, no matter what people say.
Hmm.
Damn
There,
straight.
I
don't
mean, this
forget
has
that.
been a good conversation about why streaming sites are going to shit. But I guess what will become of streaming sites? Or I guess probably a more interesting question: what will be the next streaming site to eat shit? Uh,
To
Well,
buy it.
Disney
Well,
Disney
well,
Plus is going there.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
bet Disney Plus will eat shit.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
nothing value
Night
on
William.
Disney Plus.
I mean, hell, I even had this conversation with my mom one time where, because of Disney's new leaning on political interests and especially political marketing, or just even trying to appeal so hard to China, she just even wants to like talk to me to like try to find more Disney DVDs, like retro Disney DVDs, maybe at like a retro store somewhere, to even
Um,
find this true blue stuff because like I already have most of the Disney DVDs like over here
Renee,
on my
go after
table.
him.
Huh?
you might want to check eBay. My brother actually got me this collection of Disney classic movies. These from there. It even had Song of the South with it.
Really?
Nice.
Nice.
The
Holy
preserved
shit,
true
dude!
song of the South. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the preserved true song of the South. Oh,
No,
not getting
holy
it.
shit! Both
Now,
me and
I
Dominic
will admit the
synced with that
quality
shit.
was not that great. Was a bit, well, it wasn't pristine, but you know, it was the movie in its entirety. So, I mean, songs and all.
But then again, yeah. So yeah, even though yeah, you don't have like already most of the Disney DVDs I have over there on my table. It's right next to my TV, but it's not all of them because I know we still have most of them still laying around. Lion King, I know we might still have that laying around. I think I might still have Frozen laying around somewhere because I know we have it.
-1 man points.
For
I'm
me,
sorry,
I'm
Final. I had to do it.
for me, it got to a point where I'm kind of building up my Blu-ray collections
Me
slowly
too.
but surely. I got
Yeah, me
I got
too.
all the Monsterverse save for Godzilla 2014. I got that on DVD though, but you know, still working on that. Of course, I got Dune 2021, Blade Runner 2049. Don't hurt me, unqualified. Don't hurt me.
What? Why would I hurt you?
Blade
'Cause
Runner 2049. He has it on Blu-ray.
it's not well loved by
I
by
mean, it
our
looks.
clique,
I mean, it looks really nice. It's dumb, but it looks really nice.
right?
Well, lately
Right.
I've been focusing on the TV shows I like to watch when I was younger.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me.
I recently got a hold
Especially.
of the Silverhawks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wings of silver, nerves steel.
I mean, I don't know. I think hard copy is the way to go. I have Game of Thrones all the way to season 7. Right to the end.
Oh, I
Yeah.
Still
have
need to
some.
collect Vikings.
Yeah, it was a great 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. It's a great 7
I'm about to
seasons.
ask.
Yeah.
I don't have to ask you. I don't have to
Yeah.
ask you.
I'm
You
gonna be
just answered my question.
Yeah.
You
I'm
just
just,
answered my
I'm
question.
just,
But I mean, seriously, of the 7 seasons, what was your favorite? I'm gonna say
4.
6. 4 is good
you
too.
know, it's actually season 6 that finally got me into Game of Thrones. I went backwards and started in season 1.
Yeah, I actually contend that season 6 of Game of Thrones was the peak of streaming in terms of quality, not necessarily revenue.
For
But
me, I
remember,
got
those were
season
back in the days
4.
when HBO didn't know what the fuck they were doing with streaming.
Right.
So they
Right.
had like their weird HBO, they had like 4 different services going on to sort of buy
Yeah.
and stream HBO, which everyone was doing. And then they kind of canceled everything and did what is it, HBO Plus or whatever the fuck it was, right?
For me, I
HBO
got
Max.
season 4 of Game of Thrones because we were already renting each of the DVDs, just
Yeah.
watching that series, and it's like the third season left on a good banger that's like we couldn't wait too long. I could well for my part I couldn't wait too long for our library to acquire season 4. I couldn't wait too long, so I went to the nearest Target at the time when Target was good, and bought season 4, and I came home with it, and we just immediately watched. And oh my goodness, wow, just wow, that was something. And then
No, I mean,
we just fell
yeah.
off from it for a while because I'm not supposed to be spending like hundreds of like at least like $200 or at least close to $200 for another box set of season 5. I want to, but I'm like, probably not.
Just wait for the entire series to come out in a collection. It'll save you a lot of
And now,
heartache.
and now I'm like perfectly content with just keeping season 4 and just watching from there because I already know what the fuck happened to the previous seasons, so I'm not gonna be
Uh,
lost
I don't
watching
know.
season
I
4
I
over and over
actually
again.
really enjoy revisiting 1 through 3, just because you
Mhm.
kind of see a lot of the more details when you go through it the second time, like the quality of the filming.
Hell, I'm content seeing
yeah,
clips of each of the of all of the first 4 seasons.
yeah.
Okay, so Disney Plus is the first one that's going to eat the shit. What's the second one that's going to
Absolutely.
eat the shit?
Maybe
I'm gonna
Netflix.
say HBO Max. I mean, plus whatever it is now.
Yeah, HBO Max.
HBO
Well, maybe.
Max.
Maybe.
Agreed.
I was
So
gonna say HBO Max
Well,
too.
they made an
it's
announcement.
now
I was thinking like you, but they made
Probably
an
not.
announcement because they now meant that they're making some changes. So
Probably
I.
not.
Mhm.
I'm
I've
actually
seen their
expecting it
catalog.
to be rolled into Discovery Plus.
I've seen their catalog. They have all the Toho Monster originals on there.
yeah, I guess what
Well,
number?
HBO. I'm sorry. HBO Max. I actually like the content because they have some TV. Basically, I watch HBO Max for the classic stuff. They have the classic TV shows and sitcoms that I used to watch, and they
I mean, a
have
lot of people
movies
would just
that I
watch
really
streaming
enjoy.
services if they would have a lot of the classic stuff,
Hey,
and
Cass,
yet
I don't know if you're being
rarely,
sarcastic there.
would ever put up watch some of like the other content. I mean, if
Yes,
ever.
yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
problem I'm
there's
having. I love the classic stuff, but I'm not
Well,
catching
they
on
do
to the
also
new
have
stuff.
all the Studio Ghibli movies,
Mm.
which I
Yeah,
would
they
care
do.
about if I didn't already have them.
Right.
I mean,
Me,
hell,
I
I
just
probably would
pirated
even
that
watch.
shit.
I mean, I would already watch Batman the Animated Series on there, like the whole series, even both of its movies, Batman Mask of Phantasm and so Batman Sub Zero with Mister Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
kind of
I
the
like the
weird
Disney.
thing.
you can also watch Batman the Animated Series or any of the other movies or TV shows on Hulu.
Man, I got that shit on my external hard drive. I
yeah.
ain't tripping off
But here's
that.
Yeah.
the thing, though.
Or
I already have all of Batman the Animated Series on
yeah.
Blu-ray,
So
So
literally.
do I
that,
finally.
that
Same
just
here.
makes
I'm about to get
essentially like
my hard
that makes
drive
that
still
it,
there.
it makes that desire to watch the whole series on HBO Max redundant because you have the physical copies.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to find at least maybe there might be some of the DC animated universe stuff like Superman the Animated Series, um, Justice League
But hang
Unlimited.
on. Unqualified was gonna say something. What are you gonna say, Unqualified?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was drinking. Continue.
Yeah. Um, but then I also found like there's this like collection of DVDs that Warner Bros. Would even release that they'd be releasing like some specials like I'll go get them.
Well, they have the Super Friends show. Yay! Okay, I know I'm
Yeah, they
old school
do.
here, but it was. I do
That
Do
like
any
the
of you
Super
and the
Friends.
guys?
new 52
I have.
animated.
I'm proud. I have no shame. Sometimes I go back and look back at
You
the
know how
Super
long, girl?
Friends.
What you backpedaling for? Go ahead, Unqualified.
Do any of you guys travel much? I'm just curious.
I have
Mm,
yet to travel, dude.
Okay,
I
so
not
travel
but
really.
Not lately.
I travel every now and then.
Yeah.
okay,
Hmm.
so I think it's on both United and Southwest, but they do a lot of streaming deals with Warner Brothers and whatnot. And I was stuck on a long flight, and I was like, I'd kind of read through all my stuff, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll watch streaming shit. And have you ever seen this series? And I'll admit, I fucking watched it because I was stuck on a flight between two fat people. But it's like DC Supergirls or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's like I
Mm.
swear to God, it looks like My Little Pony animation.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
oh my
fucking
Wait, are you
lord! I
talking
didn't
about
even get.
Super
Wait a second.
BFFs?
Actually, there's a
something
very
like
good
that.
reason for that.
Someone can bring up the image. All right. All I know is it
Oh,
has
please don't.
spicy
The
Latina Green Lantern, and then it's
Oh
got
yeah. Yeah, I know what you're
Wonder
talking about.
Woman.
Jessica
Uh,
Cruz.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and then oh, dude, I forget who the next bunch of them are.
They
It's the
bas-
usual crowd, right?
yeah. It's just solely focused on a lot of the DC
Oh, it's
ladies.
Pants Wonder Woman too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Women power. I know
but
what
Yeah.
the
you're talking
reason for the
And yet,
art style from like My Little
even though
Pony,
she's already so smitten with Steve Trevor.
Hang on. Go ahead, Green.
the reason the reason the art style looks so much like the last My Little Pony is because Lauren Faust, after she left that series, went on to DC, and you can fill in the blank.
Makes
And the cancer
sense.
spread.
about. Yes.
Well,
Is she
That.
really has she really gone that bad? Because I really did sing the praises of Lauren Faust with the Powerpuff Girls, but then I also discovered that she barely even had any hand on Powerpuff Girls.
Wasn't
Am I
that
correct?
mostly Jendi?
Yeah, it's mostly Jindy.
Yeah.
well, get well, Gendy as well as Gendy, Craig McCracken, and others.
Ah,
It's
okay.
And
probably just
as I
because
That's
was
they
about
it.
make
to,
make
as I was
Michigan
about to
Magic.
say, Warner Bros has been like
Oh,
releasing a lot of
Jesus
these.
fucking Christ. Okay.
Yep, that's the animation.
Keep it
That's the
away.
animation.
Keep it
Dude, yeah.
away.
Freaking
That is,
Supergirl is like freaking a dude. Go back to
yeah,
the image.
trans,
Go back to that image.
trans.
You may. I thought I done deleted off the. Okay, I'll bring it back up. Give me a
Dude,
sec.
Trans
why are you
Supergirl.
being a hater of trans people, Wolf? Come on. Bring
What
it
the
back
hell you
up.
talking about? I had Marvelous on my damn channel.
Come on, dude. Come on. You want to see the dude Supergirl, Superman?
Hold your damn horses. I gotta find the image first.
Why
You
is
just had it
Wonderful
on.
I know. I just took it off. I gotta put it back on.
Well,
I thought
anyway,
we were.
the
I just
short
want to show
story
it
is I
briefly.
watched all of 15 minutes of it, and then I was like,
Damn.
fuck it. Switch back
You
over
were
to
bad.
Kong and Godzilla versus Godzilla. Had a good
Do you
time
even
the
like
rest of
that
my life.
movie?
Oh, that movie's stupid, but it's entertaining.
Oh
Wait
yeah,
a second,
I
there are
agree.
actual episodes? I just thought there were shorts.
They
Yeah, they're
are
like little
episodes.
15-minute half episodes.
Yeah, you're right. Supergirl actually does look like a tomboy. Like the muscles
No, no,
on
no, no,
her.
no, 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 no. If
Dude,
she's a tomboy, we would not be having this conversation. This bitch look like a fucking bodybuilder of the worst kind.
dude, her
I mean,
shoulders are wider
I've
than her
seen,
hips.
I've,
What the
I've
fuck?
seen, I've seen women bodybuilders and in the physiques and competitions, but they still maintain their femininity.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, actually,
She's
looking at
making
it,
a
Wonder
dude
Woman's
pose.
freaking shoulders are wider than her hips. What the fuck is
I mean,
this?
I get it. It's supposed to be the classic Superman pose, but why is she just now given the smug grin? Everyone else is.
Come
They're a
They
little
look.
on,
pissed off.
She
They
looks like
look.
Abby from The Last
show
of Us
show
2.
diff, show different expressions.
Fucking legend.
Okay,
They
Oh,
look
shit.
awful. I feel for you, qualified. I saw you were better than me. I saw 5 minutes and I was out. I am not watching this. A Batgirl looked
No, I
like
had
she's
to.
about
I
to
had to just
nervous
laugh at it.
breakdown.
I think I watched the Green Lantern episode, and that's why I stayed for another 15 minutes because I think it was supposed to be what was it, Star Sapphire, and then I think they turned Star Sapphire into like a crazy bitch. Which I mean, to be
They've done
fair,
that to her
you
in the
know,
comics
More
already.
than she already is.
well, so she's a
but
crazy bitch
she
when she
hasn't
gets
been
hit
that
with a
way
Star
for.
Sapphire, but normally she's, you know,
But that
She's
but Star
relatively
Sapphire hasn't been
regular.
that way for over 30 years. She since became an ally to the Green Lanterns, as
yeah.
well as the other Lantern Corps.
Yeah, because the Sapphire Core is powered by love, and it goes out of hand fast.
Okay, I actually remember that episode of the Green Lantern series.
Oh yeah, the animated series, the 3D one.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't they had Star Sapphire was voiced by who's her name? Jennifer Hale.
Yep,
Yeah, I
She
remember that.
she was the voice of Carol.
the
Yeah,
one with the
it was
razor.
kind of cool seeing her become a crazy girlfriend. That was
Yep.
nice.
Well, briefly until she regained control of herself and
Yeah.
became more like her comic book counterpart.
Until Malcolm slapped her up a bit, right?
Mhm.
I'm joking. No, that
There
entire
was
time I
already
was
there's
watching
even
that
an entire
episode, and
episode
I
of
was
that
just like,
in
Shepard, no.
They
there's
freaking.
already an entire episode of that in Batman Brave and the Bold where Hal Jordan goes through pretty much that same arc with Carol. And yet Carol was just chosen to be the catalyst for the Sapphire Core.
The freaking Aya comes in to the planet later on, try to prove that love is a bullshit construct, and freaking Razor had to prove his love, but then suddenly Atrocitus shows up to fight freaking one of the Star Sapphires and got his ass handed to him.
That was fake news.
I know, huh?
Oh yeah.
Chinese Communist Party disavows that. Atrocitus never lost.
And she said,
Wow.
you see, love is fake. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Aya, get off your period right now. You on that time of month, girl? Girl, Razor,
Wow.
pop her on the ass, send her to the kitchen. This is when she took control of the freaking anti monitor, and then she went bitch fit.
Yeah.
It just so becomes
Yeah.
so redundant. Like, what's
Hey,
even
I
wrong
didn't say it was a bad writing. I said that was
Oh,
fucking amazing.
oh yeah. You're not wrong.
it's
That shit
not from
was
that.
entertaining. Like the bitch beat the anti-monitor, interface with the motherfucker, and went batshit. That was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And
There's
all because Razor dumped her ass.
No, it's not
well.
from that. It's just okay. I was about to say this because now I have these in hand. Warner Bros. Had just been releasing DVDs of them of collection of specific episodes of specific cartoons, like this one. This is basically like specific 25 episodes of any DC animated shows regarding on like a specific hero, like Superman or Batman, or basically
Oh no,
anybody in the
final.
Justice League. They also had the same thing with 50 episodes with Looney Tunes.
God, don't make it gay, Armin.
Come on, man. Let final speak.
Final
Wolf,
speak.
you're a
I
dick.
actually like what he was saying.
Yeah,
Don't be
you do have to be
Wolf. Don't be
careful
a jerk.
because
Wolf,
You're a captain.
Wolfie
Set an
has a
example.
sword. Wolf, do not underestimate Final. Don't
I couldn't help
underestimate him.
myself. Go ahead, Final. Go ahead, Final.
I actually
Speak your
I actually
passion.
liked what he was.
Your mic is not working, dude.
Right, sorry, I had it on mute. Sorry. So yeah,
I mean, that's, you
mean,
could
I
have your
already-
cuss words about Wolf to yourself.
anyway, did I already mention about this? Because like, was my mic on?
Yes.
Okay.
Nah, keep
yeah.
going, buddy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then they also had 50 episodes for Looney Tunes within each specific disc, with any episodes, including the Duck Amuck episode, which is in one of the discs in here. I forgot what it is. But then at times they would also release like a collection of 4 films. Like I know I had one before, which is basically all the classic Batman films from '89 all the way up to Batman and Robin. But then another one that I found because I was getting into westerns, I found this one, which is all the westerns that Clint Eastwood starred in. So
Nice.
Fistful of Dollars,
Wow.
Few Dollars More, The Good, the
That's
Bad, the Ugly,
awesome.
and
Dude,
Hang
the
'Em
dollar
High.
series. Just call it the dollar series.
Wow.
How's it? Or just a duology because there's only 2.
Still a series,
Those
man.
those are cool. Are those Blu-rays or DVDs? Final.
Oh, they're just DVDs.
Those are cool sets. Wow, I could have liked that myself.
I mean, if they were
Wolf,
Blu-rays, they
don't
would
you
have
dare.
the blue casing, somewhere around like. Hold on. If they were say they were Blu-rays, they would have the casing around like.
Don't I dare
Like-
what?
I freaking swear to God.
Final.
Uh-oh.
Stop
Did
it.
Greeny just blush?
no.
Did I hear a blush?
How can you hear someone blush?
I heard a reaction. I was like, uh-oh. Did Greeny just blush too?
How can you hear someone blush when you can only see it?
I'm a werewolf, dude. We have our ways.
Yeah, so yeah,
You're
if they
a
were to
you're
say,
a
if they were
werewolf
to
with the
tell, if
personality
they,
of
oh,
Bugs
sorry,
Bunny.
Dominic.
Yeah. He pretty much made that description really apt. Continue, Final.
If they were to say they were Blu-rays, they would have like the blue casing around like this part here. But since this is already black
Okay.
casing, it's just DVD.
They're still cool sets.
Thank you, child, for defending me.
Thank you, child.
This has been quite a fun stream.
Yes, it has been. I was going to say, Wolf, you are a werewolf, but don't underestimate Final.
Good.
Also, one
Final
thing I
has
do
that
like about the
power.
DC animated movies, which they have kind of went down in quality, I mean storytelling wise, is they do include some classic episodes as well as one random animation.
Mm-hmm. Those are one of my favorite aspects from the classic DC animated movies.
I enjoy their animated movies, I think, more than their live action films because I watch all of their. It seems like the stories are told in their animated movies better than their live action. I mean, that's just me, but
Seems
that's-
like we kind of
Yeah,
like
it's-
dropped the ball here and just went to more fun topics.
You should just change the title of the stream.
right?
Yeah, to
Yeah,
WCR. You know,
yeah.
But what would
Wonder
he change
Woman
it to?
2009 greater than 2017. I'm
yeah.
No,
sorry,
Amen.
but
not really.
I mean to go back on the topic, like there are actually viable alternatives to Netflix, such as Pluto TV, YouTube TV, and Tubi, just to name a few.
I do like Tubi a lot, but my question is about the question before we leave the topic is the original programming, the Stranger Things of the world, the shows that are designed for the streaming, to me, are not very well made. The Netflix, the movies they make for it are hyped up, but then I see them and I forget about them the next day.
You
So
want to
my
know
thing
my
is,
solution to the streaming services? Really?
why are these new shows failing? Go ahead.
Well, it's not even that per se. What could really make them actually work specifically is to not release the episodes all at once. Do what the Korean shows do, which is or at least what Netflix do with the Korean shows. Some of these Korean shows do release with all the episodes out there. Some actually have episodes in waiting for at least like 2 weeks or maybe a week or so.
Oh, much like how much like how the release of videos from over here in the West used to do back in the day.
Yeah, if you have the whole series ready, don't release it all at once. Have it at least like 2 episodes, 1 or 2 episodes per week to give us that feel of network TV again. Like say for instance, Cobra Kai. I would look, as much as I'm excited for the next season, I would love for the episodes to be locked until the next following weeks, where we don't blow past it well over a freaking week or two.
Mm,
Instead, we just
kind of,
go through it monthly. You know, go through a whole month of it.
yeah, kind of just extend the excitement. I mean, if it's a well-made show, you're going to be looking forward to the next episode, and instead of, let's see,
My wife don't even like when the episodes are locked, or at least she kind of getting used to it. But it's like she's so used to the binging part. But like when it comes to shows that have episodes that are locked until the next week, it's like is there next? Like yeah, there's next. Where the rest of it? Well, you gotta wait next week, and the week after that, and 2 weeks after that. You gotta wait. That's how I
I
talk
Like
to her.
do
I agree with you. You
It's
like
like
have to make
do
those
you
appointments.
remember? Do you remember what? Don't you
it's like why
remember
did they do
waiting for
that?
your for the new episodes of your favorite TV show?
Exactly. I told her it's
I
like
did.
it's got that they're doing that network TV stuff. You gotta remember back in the days back when we were watching network TV, we had to wait what next Tuesday for the next Flash episode.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
if we watch Flash again on Thursday on the following week, we're watching a repeat of the previous episode from Tuesday.
I mean, not to repeat it, but that's basically what helped Game of Thrones so much.
Hmm.
Basically, you
I
were
agree.
waiting every, what was it, Sunday when they released the next episode, and everyone was
Hmm.
talking mad shit on Monday about it.
Yep.
You know,
Oh, I know people now. For myself, I think of True Blood. I think of Walking Dead. I remember how people couldn't wait till Sunday came, and how they would clear their schedule. I know in my house, but my family, all our family, we were big Walking Dead fans. So me and my sister would make sure all our business was taken care of Monday through
You
Saturday.
want to know
So when
also
Sunday night
what helped with
came,
that stuff for us?
hmm
When we knew what day that episode aired, that gave us plenty of time to do half the shit we say we gonna do within a year that we don't even do within a year. We only do we set goals for ourselves every damn year, saying we're gonna be productive. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We only did 3 things on that fucking list that we made, 1 or 2 even in a year. And all because of these freaking shows that we watch and binging all these throughout all these streaming services. I've seen it. I've seen it. I remember. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Back then, I drew way more than I did back when we had cable and network television. Way more. And I try my best to draw way more now, but it gets to a point where it escapes me. And every once in a while, I do get a little sketch here and there done or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you guys right back then, when I had nothing but network TV and a video game, my brother was on the video game more than I was. When I became way more focused on my art, I had a lot of art produced on my DeviantArt. It's seldom when I ever do produce anything on my DeviantArt. But man, oh man, I do realize that when I do produce that seldomly, oh my goodness, the flooding of messages on the art piece that I put up on there come flooding in. I'm like, maybe I should do it this format. Just keep on waiting for a while and then produce something. Much like a network television episode. Maybe I need to have a day where I just post a lot of shit that day. Maybe 3 pieces. Maybe 2. Post on Sunday. Every Sunday maybe, right?
Right. Hmm.
Maybe I should do that from now on. Since my art piece is so slow. Speaking of which, should I do uh produce any pages of bouncers like comic book pages? Maybe I should do it that way. A page
Hmm.
either every Sunday or every other Sunday. What do you think, unqualified?
I mean, sticking to a predictable and regular schedule is usually a good idea.
Yeah. What about you, Greenie?
Yeah, um, I mean, you do get more views when it's consistent. Like, for
Yeah,
example,
I
every
need to work on consistency. Oh, no, finish your statement.
and and personally, I also kind of like the challenge because you're kind of pushing yourself to finish this project within a certain time period.
I did do I did complete a Hollow Week last year, and I'm bound to do another Hollow Week this year. Still haven't figured out. I'm actually this time going to try to experiment with a format for the Hollow Week, because last time on the Hollow Week art pieces it was Ghoul School. Each and every of my characters dressed as the Ghoul School girls, and man, did I pick that for the right opportunity for Hollow Week. And for those who don't really know what I mean by Hollow Week, that's my alternative to Inktober.
Inktober.
Yeah, where you guys pick every week of October and do a colored ink piece for that one week for the month of October. And of course that's 5 weeks in October, right? So Hollow Week. So each week you do it, Hollow Week. And again, 5 weeks, 5 Ghoul School girls. I was like, perfect. Why not think of this the first time I thought of this shit? But I'm glad I did it. I was proud that I did, and boy, is it still getting traction every once in a while. I just might resurface the pictures again, so that you guys can take a gander at those if you want to. Who's
Oh, that'd
whispering?
be cool. Nothing. I'm not whispering. I know my fan is on because it's burning up here.
Yeah,
Um,
I might want to call it that too. Halloween girls.
Sounds like
hey,
that
that
kind of
sounds
might be a
cool.
band. Sounds like that might be a band.
Yeah, I was trying to build up the trend. I need to do more next every year. The last Halloween after the ghoul before the ghoul school, I actually fell short because the fifth one I just like I have no idea what the fuck I want to do for the fifth one, so I fucking give up. Sorry guys, but ghoul school I came back strong. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna fucking slack off. No more excuses. Ghoul school is gonna be the freaking Halloween. I'm gonna finish that motherfucker. This Halloween week, I'm debating on whether I should do Resident Evil or 90s action stars, female action stars. But now I thought about it some more. I was like, well, Xena's outfit is way too detailed. I'm not even sure if I'm skilled for that one yet. Same thing with Buffy and Faith from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Max from Dark Angel.
Why not both?
Hell to
Like
the
a kind
no.
of fusion.
That's a good idea, but hell to the no.
I mean, actually, I was thinking of doing like the classic monsters and then throwing in an additional idea like dragons.
Yeah.
A vampire dragon. Very creepy.
Wow.
That should be a new thing in Dungeons and Dragons. Make it happen.
Nice. How the hell that's gonna even work? You gonna breathe fire on and then suck their blood? Is
No,
it a
like they
blood
just like
dragon?
breathe. Yeah, they just like no, they just like breathe blood.
That don't even sound attractive. You gonna give me chemotherapy and shit, or herpes and shit?
No, this is similar to like the Red Lantern Corps. They're they're more rageful and yet they're powered by blood.
Yeah, yeah. That's still a dumbass idea. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. That was still like when every time I saw every time I looked at an image of a Red Lantern, they always puking up blood. I'm like, what the fuck? So that don't even
Okay,
look
werewolf
attractive. I'm
dragon.
sorry. How the hell is that gonna work? In the morning
Well,
he's a dragon, at night he's a werewolf. He gonna be a large ass werewolf. The largest I've seen. This
A
beats the
dragon
dude
that
from,
gives
from Underworld.
lycanthropy.
now I have seen pictures of dragons with fur, so it might work.
Oh,
She's
we're talking
not
about luck
wrong.
dragons then. I
Yeah.
mean, luck dragons are a thing.
And let's see, also Frankenstein's monster dragon.
I mean, you're talking about a cadaver dragon. That can work. I mean, Dark Souls have like what undead dragons here and there. That can work. All I'm saying is, I got a choice between the Resident Evil girls and '90s girls like Buffy, Max.
Wait, are you gonna draw them?
I'm gonna draw my characters dressed as them
Okay. My vote
because
is
I'm
for
a
Resident
furry.
Evil.
I was thinking that I'm leaning more towards Resident Evil because I've been wanting to draw Shirley as Sherry from Resident Evil, uh, either
What?
Resident Evil 6 or Resident Evil 2.
She was in
Adult.
4.
No, the fuck she wasn't.
Oh.
That's Ashley Graham.
Oh. I totally thought that was her.
No, that wasn't.
Wait, you talk about the president's daughter?
Yeah,
Yes, Princess.
I confuse it with Sherry.
Fun fact though, Ashley was originally a different character entirely. That's why she still got blonde hair.
Huh.
She was that one chick from that one gang called Haunting Ground.
I just remember her being annoying as fuck and just being a
Hey,
distraction
I
from me suplexing zombies.
hey, she's not that annoying unless you get her into the body armor,
Well, fair
which is a
point.
literal knight armor. After that,
Yeah.
she wanted to hear, "Ah! help me, Leon."
I mean, it's an odd choice among the Resident Evil ladies to choose. Like I would be like Ada 1, Claire 2, you know, Jill 3. But, you do you, Wolf.
I like Iron Cast Knight's comment, but how can you draw nice action girls when women aren't allowed to be in action movies until after 2012? Watch me, motherfucker.
Hey, action heroines has been around for years. No matter what people are saying to you.
That's a lie. Everything
So
after or before 2012 was The Handmaid's Tale.
yeah. So the
Well,
format I
I
have
call
for this
oh
Hollow Week.
I call bullcrap.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can I explain what my setup is coming
No,
this
you
Halloween?
can't.
I'm on you on my stream, man. So I already have Sybil as Claire because she already has a brother in the story Bouncer. So any
Well,
sibling
what version
character
of Claire?
sure as hell ain't gonna be Jennifer Lawrence Claire.
I mean, true, but are we talking about classic RE2 or remake RE2 Claire?
Jennifer Lawrence Claire is in remake.
Okay.
I said the one that's not Jennifer Lawrence because that bitch look like Jennifer Lawrence in Resident Evil 2 remake.
Did they model remake Claire after Jennifer Lawrence?
Not really.
Supposedly, it's if you look at the model that they use her for, I'm having a hard time to hear their claims that they mauled that girl off of that one girl that they use. Because every time I see her, she looks like Jennifer Lawrence. She got the poofy cheeks just like her.
I don't know about that. I played remake of
hey
2.
guys, it's getting late. I gotta go.
Little
Peace.
sign out, girl. Do your little sign out.
Bye, guys.
That's it. No happy gaming. Okay,
I was going to tell her thank you for coming.
it's okay. She's gotta go.
Hope,
She's
hope you come back, Green Lion.
Have a good one.
Mhm.
But no,
Thank you for
legit.
coming.
I didn't think RE2 remake Claire looked like Jennifer Lawrence.
I guess I keep imagining her early production design.
I mean, I thought the model that they used was pretty good. I was
Yeah,
actually really disappointed with the Jill model in the RE3
yeah,
remake. That one sucked.
yeah. Oh my goodness,
That
she
did
looked
not
like.
look like fucking Jill. I was like,
Oh my
ugh.
goodness, Julia Ball forever.
Yeah, that
And
was awful.
I'm not even a fan of Jill Valentine.
I
I'm not
mean,
saying she's a bitch. I'm not saying I don't like the bitch. I'm just saying she's not my favorite RE girl.
ugh.
She's my preferred. It will always be Claire
See, I'm
because
just
RE
waiting
two
for
is my gateway.
RE5 remake when they change the entire storyline so they're not in
Oh
Africa, they're
god.
like in Germany and they're killing white zombies.
No, nah. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping they're gonna make Sheva too dark, and all you see is eyes and teeth.
Nah, dude.
That would just be eerie, especially for the standards of Resident Evil. Like, holy shit.
Oh
Dude,
my goodness, the model that you, or at least the model and voice actors and mocap actors will probably pitch a bitch fit if they saw them do that to her character.
are you kidding me? They're gonna recast Sheva as a dude.
Probably,
No, no.
probably. It might be Jack Krauser.
Yeah.
It's like since we're getting an RE4 remake, who the fuck knows if Jack Krauser's gonna show up in that game? Because
See,
they
here's the deal
what they
is
did with RE remake 3. They omitted a lot of shit.
well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, RE3 wasn't that good of a game to begin with. It was kind of a little half-assed when it came out. I think just people were impressed with Nemesis.
Mm,
Like especially compared to RE2. Now RE4 was like a game changer. That changed like in terms of action, that changed
it's the only
the
one
entire
I actually
genre.
played.
Yeah.
I attempted to play one. One scared the shit out of me. I was like, okay, I'm done. And this is one remake, by the way. Two was my gateway. I tried two. This is back. This is way back when I was scared of zombies as a kid. Like zombies scared the shit out of me as a kid. Thank you, Night of the Living Dead. But
Yeah.
but four was the one game that actually just eased me into the series itself. And that's only because it didn't have zombies. But by then, I already had got over my zombie fear kick.
I mean,
Make
I don't
make
know.
of that what you will.
I just hope RE4 is an action game like the original RE4. And you can just suplex Spanish zombies.
I doubt it. I think they might take that shit away. It
I
looks like they're
mean,
gonna take it away.
I don't know, it depends. Like sometimes Capcom feels like they're basically being, absorbed into the Western sphere. They're just
Hmm.
becoming, Japanese EA. Um,
Yeah.
but then sometimes they do fucking good shit. They go back to their basics. So we'll see what happens.
So yeah, I'm setting it all up for Halloween week. I need to knuckle down, start doing some sketching tonight or tomorrow night. But other than that, guys, you think we covered some ground with this topic?
Oh yes, I think we had a very lively conversation.
Your optimism is
Um,
noted.
yes, it was a very fun, lively
Here, have a
conversation.
Wooby.
I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to it.
Hey, she resisted this time.
I don't see anything. Did you put something up?
I
Okay,
did
no, well,
that.
you put me in a trap. Why you?
Oh, well, my
You
hope
put
for
me in a trap.
well, my hope for streaming services is they get out of the short term thinking mindset, because like they're pulling every mistake that they should know they shouldn't do in marketing, especially when finding especially if they're making their own TV shows and movies. Find people are the best, who are like the best choices in the job, and not just for brownie points for diversity.
Bless you.
Thank
Cause
you.
inside,
Thank you. I agree, Dominic. My issue is new shows they need work. Classic stuff that I watch. In fact, I think I read Netflix highest rated shows are the older shows, Office, Charm. That what gets Friends. People are coming in for that. The news, if
I
they're
don't think
going
the
to do
original Charm
show,
is still on Netflix now. Mine's
oh, it's
currently.
gone.
They got the new
That
one on
shows
there
you how.
though.
Oh, that shows you that how long I have been watching. I just think that they need to work on new material. The new material is just not sticking with me. So along with Dominic, I think the writing needs to get better, and they need to drop this one size fits all as far as how many episodes, and maybe
Oh,
perhaps what
here's one thing they
they
need
need
to
to
stop
look at.
doing too. They need to start having sections that are marketed towards a certain demographic. I'm
I
seeing that
agree
shit all over
100%.
Netflix. That's something I didn't touch upon at the beginning of the stream. I should have, but man, oh man, my goodness, indigenous voices, Asian
please.
heritage,
Oh,
black voices, black stories,
just
LGBT stories.
just stop. They're all stories, okay?
That's
Why are you dividing them?
We already had the section format right now: romantic comedies, romance, action, horror. Uh,
Foreign,
help me out here. Foreign. Uh,
fantasy,
I would like
science
to
fantasy.
comment
fiction.
that those genres were defined by white people. This is white supremacy. I'm reporting the stream.
Documentaries. You know, keep it simple,
I think
stupid. That's all you need to do. Keep it simple. And if you're gonna have,
and
look, man,
stop dividing people.
I'm like, if you like, man, I was doing just fine without this shit.
Everyone was doing fine.
I agree. That is not working. That's one of the biggest problems, Wolf, is it's not bringing people together, it's splitting us up.
One of the reasons why I
Everybody
stopped
loves a
watching Blue is the Warmest Color, because I was I was smacked in the middle of that shit, and now it's on the label LGBT store. Like, oh fuck, can't touch that movie. I can't revisit that movie now. Fuck off, guys. Fuck right the hell off. Y'all motherfuckers removed Raw too. I was loving that movie. I wanted to revisit that damn movie. Y'all ever heard of that movie Raw?
I oh, wait for Eddie Murphy's
Eddie
Raw.
Murphy's Raw.
I
That's a
oh
stand-up comedy. I'm talking about
I always
movie.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Dead
wait. Oh,
silence.
that Raw.
Yeah.
I heard somebody talking and I didn't want to interrupt them. Was that you, Dominic?
Well, I thought he was referring to Eddie Murphy's Raw, Raw
Yeah.
until I realized he's actually referring to another another work of fiction that is also named Raw, but it's not a stand-up comedy.
Yeah, it's a foreign movie.
I haven't seen that one, Wolf. All I know is Eddie Murphy's Raw. This Raw you speak of, I have not
Hmm.
seen. I
Delirious is on there, but they took out Raw, and I'm pretty sure I know why they took it off. I have a
I
sneaky suspicion.
I have a suspicion too, but Netflix has also like removed a majority of the Karate Kid movies, and the only one left is the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank.
Which I'm itching to
It,
rewatch that one,
it's not and
see if I still like it or not.
it's actually it's not that bad, and I think people were too harsh on it because Ralph Macchio isn't in it. Cause I mean with the next Karate Kid, it is like focusing on Miyagi and also like Hilary Swank's character.
I hope she shows up in Cobra Kai.
I man, I really hope like she's either as a guest star or
Please, guys, do not pretend that
as
Karate
a
Kid
recurring
doesn't
character.
exist.
I'm I'm saying like she could either serve as a guest star or as a recurring character for season 5. Cause
Oh
again, like
goodness, I would love to see
like
Michael Ironside return too.
yeah, one like I said, I think like at the time people were too harsh, on the next Karate Kid. I hope, well, I have a feeling that it may actually look back more fondly as a similar phenomenon happened to Wes Craven's A Vampire in Brooklyn. People didn't appreciate it as much when it first like came out until years later they realized it's not really a bad movie from Craven.
Yo, Wolf, I just realized I think your
Mhm.
time here for WCR is wrong. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time, brah. But we started at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep,
I'm disappointed.
I've been running that shit for years, dude. I was mostly carrying to my Easter time folk,
Well, you should stop catering to them.
right?
But no, bro,
Hey,
what is
well,
the next stream topic anyway?
Uh, Next Tuesday we're probably gonna do another anime spotlight because
Which one?
um might tackle anime that I've never even seen before for once
Oh,
instead of just
what is that?
something from my back catalog because we already did about Angel Alita, and before that we did Gus Smith Cats. I wish you were there for that one. Uh,
I mean, I'm more of a,
I
that's
will
all
tell you what
like
we're doing.
80s anime. I'm more of a late 90s
Yeah,
anime guy.
I'll tell you what we're by the end of the month we're gonna do Trigun.
Oh, sweet.
Which reminds, I gotta link you guys to Trigon, the whole series, so you guys can watch that by the time
hmm,
we get there. So
I've
nobody
watched it
will
so
be
many times.
stragglers. And I gotta watch it for myself. Next month, I believe we're gonna do Outlaw Star at the end.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're free, we can talk about Outlaw Star
Fuck yeah. Outlaw Star's amazing.
during the
it's
fall.
it
We're
has
probably
aged
gonna be
well.
tackling here and there for the fall. We're probably gonna tackle either Read or Die. Um, what else did I say? Think I said we're gonna probably tackle Last Exile, something of that effect.
I mean, what have you already covered?
We covered Generator Gall, Vampire D Bloodlust. We did a rewatch of that.
We co- we covered Highlander.
The Search for Vengeance, the anime.
They made an Avengers anime?
No, no,
No,
no.
Highlander.
Highlander: The Search of Vengeance.
Oh.
Uh, Tekken Blade. When I first started this streaming series, me and Owen tackled Guyver Bio Booster Armor.
Of course you did. So wait, did you already do Ninja Scroll?
Haven't done that yet.
What
No,
the
we have not.
fuck?
We're getting to it,
We'll
dude.
get to it.
We're getting to it.
What?
But before
Do you want to be part of that stream when we do it?
Fuck
In
yeah,
fact,
Bristol's fucking amazing.
we can do it next Tuesday if you like.
Yeah, probably not Tuesday, dude.
Oh, you suck.
Dude, Thursday works way better than Tuesday for me, Doc.
Okay, we can do the after party stream.
What? There's a party stream?
I mean, we usually call it chill stream, but okay.
Okay.
Well,
Is Final there?
Final will be there.
Okay. Do we get to talk about Final Fantasy?
We can if you like.
Okay.
it would be
May.
nice.
Actually, dude, I forget if I've ever been on a stream with you, Final. Have we ever talked about Final Fantasy together?
Rarely,
We-
if ever.
I'll
Okay.
make it look. I'll make it so.
Well,
I'll
Okay.
make
I
it so.
mean,
I'm a
Final
generous
Fantasy
wolf.
is 35 years old anyway, right now.
Okay,
Well,
quick.
that-
What's the best one?
But the best one
Seven.
is that's the
come
most
on,
iconic.
man. That's like the default answer.
I mean, that's the most iconic one.
I want Final's answer.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying, like, go bold.
in terms of my favorites, it's hard for me to say really because like it's tied between 6 and 7 for me.
I'm fucking
Okay.
with you. It was 6 for me.
Yeah, 6 is the best. All right, we don't need a stream. We all agree.
I mean, unless if we want to talk about the series as a whole.
Not really, because after 10, I fucking hated it, so I didn't really care.
Oh
After 10?
man,
What?
10 is fucking terrible.
10 is the only Final Fantasy that I almost nearly got to the end. Nearly.
Okay. Just like how it was nearly a good game.
Yep. Same thing with 13, the first one.
Dude, 13's fucking really bad.
It is.
Fucking what the fuck?
After a while, like the battle system was just boring for a time, and I was like, "Fuck me, this is taking too damn long." Is there something I'm doing wrong here? Cause
Dude, Ironcast Knight, 6 is a superior 4. 4 is good, but 6 is basically a better 4.
Look, 13. Look, 13 should have been held back. Should have been held back so like those issues could have been resolved. For me, like one of my favorite entries of the Final Fantasy series is 8.
Really?
Yes, I like 8 besides 7, and I enjoy 10 for what it is. It's not
I'm a-
the look. It's not
I'm
the like 10 is not the worst, and it's not the worst entry in Final
hold the
Fantasy.
brace real quick, Dom. Ironcast, in the case of the Kung Fu Kid, dude, I'd rather watch. I've said this time and time again. I've watched both movies, by the way. But I said this to a friend's wife. I said I'd rather watch Never Back Down more times than the remake to Karate Kid. I'd rather watch that's basically me saying I'd rather watch a rip off of Karate Kid than a remake of Karate Kid.
Dude, is
And
Jaden
that's when
Smith the one who went trans? I forget. I think one of Will Smith's kids.
No, they're
none
not.
of
They're
them.
not there yet. But he
Okay.
is dressing up like a girl though. He
Okay,
is a cross
so
dresser. And the worst thing about it, he wearing little girl Sunday clothes. And that
dude,
look, man, dress like a girl if you want to. You want to be a drag queen, go on with your fly self. But damn it, I don't want to see your ass in a little girl Sunday suit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Look,
Just-
I have
no,
no problem
no.
with men dressing up as women, being drag queens and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Why are y'all trying to look like little girls?
Yeah, not to mention women have done drag too. Both genders have done it.
see, Ironcast Knight has it right. This stream, everybody in it, it's all white supremacy.
Unapologetically racist.
Look,
I'm reporting all of
unqual-
this.
unqualified.
I'm a
much like-
racist. He's a racist. Oh yo,
Man.
oh yo.
Unqualified, much like Cobra Kai, we're politically incorrect.
Yeah, wouldn't have joined otherwise. It's half the fun. But yes, Ironcast Knight, you have my permission. Report this stream. This is pure white supremacy.
Nice one, sketchbook. Nice one. Yeah, like I said, I got most of the Never Back Down movies in my hard drive, so I can revisit the first Never Back Down. I'm like, yeah, look, as silly as this movie is and its premise, all in all, it's the best damn ripoff I've ever watched. Damn it, it's got freaking what's that food name from freaking Pandorum? Uh, Dennis Quaid's younger self, supposedly, because he looks nothing like Dennis Quaid.
Are you talking about Sam Worthington?
No, not Sam Worthington. Cam, fuck, what's his name again? He doesn't get enough. He doesn't get enough movie credits, or at least he doesn't get. He doesn't star in many movies that much. He was a rival and Never Back Down.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm going to steer this stream into what I want to talk about. But to review, we haven't had a Final Fantasy stream. Is that correct?
yep.
We never
have
did.
not.
Never.
We did have a Kingdom Hearts stream
Final.
though.
You got to stand up for yourself, man.
I mean,
Don't let them do this to you.
we did talk about Kingdom Hearts on my birthday
Oh
because
right, I
Square
forgot
Enix.
Amber Heard was in this bullshit too.
Okay, I don't really care for Kingdom Hearts, so you're on your own there, buddy. But
Because
Hey.
we just talked about it on my birthday because Square Enix celebrated an event on that day of celebrating the 20th anniversary of the series.
Damn it, I forgot Amber Heard was in this damn movie. A young Amber Heard at the time, before she went batshit crazy.
yeah, this was when
Can't-
she only shat, on couches and not on beds.
Count Gig and Debt. Damn, it's hard to pronounce his fucking name. His last name, I mean. That's what escapes me. I'm gonna write that
Okay,
shit down.
so we haven't had a Ninja Scroll stream. Is that correct?
We can do it next Tuesday if you like, or the Tuesday after.
Tuesday doesn't work, bro.
Man,
Wait,
your schedule
you busy in that
sucks.
time?
Cause I want Schooner Tuna on this shit. I want to hear. I don't think he ever seen Ninja Scroll. I want to see him react to this shit. Cause usually when I pick these freaking violent ass sexy anime, I like to hear what Schooner has to say. Cause Schooner is the highlight of that shit.
My sketchbook 340. Yeah, the weeps would show up.
No
The
Final
weeks
Fantasy
come
stream?
at night.
What?
The weeks come at night. I might do
No,
another
well-
furry stream.
Unqualified in the past, like we used to do manga studies, where essentially we would talk about
Used
we
to.
talk about different manga series after
What?
reading like the first 3 or 6 chapters.
Wait,
Hey, whoa,
final?
whoa.
That isn't true?
No, I'm just watching sketches comments, just like, what?
I mean, no, it's true. I agree with them. They would show up.
I agree.
But you
too.
see, you just have to stop them, and you just have to not acknowledge any Final Fantasy after 10.
I mean,
then they
Final
stop showing
Fantasy after 10 does have Ronsels.
Yeah, I mean, true. That's why 10 is shit. But
Hey,
Okay,
hey,
so-
hey! No disrespecting the Ronsels.
no. Right? 10 is the
mention
beginning
things
of the
after 10.
end
10
of
is-
civilization and humanity.
10 is
All right.
No horn
10 is not
Ronsel.
terrible.
Little Ronsel.
Dude, if Squaresoft were still not even become Square Enix, their Final Fantasy games would still remain the same as they are now.
I mean, we did get Final Fantasy 12, which was a different change of pace.
It was.
Yeah, but anyway, so we haven't done a Trigun stream since you're gonna plan for a Trigun stream. Is that correct?
Somewhere by the end of
Already
the
set
month,
up.
probably.
Yeah, it's at the end of the month.
Okay. What manga streams have you had? Like what series? I'm sorry, Dom.
We did Gigant. We've done Inuyasha. We've done Claymore.
Okay. Dude, did you say I did Claymore? Fuck.
Yep, we did
I
Claymore.
fucking hate that series.
What?
Hey, man,
Another one
no.
who didn't like that series?
Dude,
Yeah.
Claymore is so bad. Ugh.
No, it's not.
I mean,
Yeah, it is, dude.
I will give him some leeway because it did kind of get a little bit wild towards the end.
Dude, Claymore was awful from the
But
beginning.
But towards the end of the volume,
Yeah, it did kind of get wild where everybody started getting resurrected and then killed and resurrected again. It got weird.
I might need to look into that.
I there's this one YouTuber that covers the quote unquote timeline of each manga that he covers.
Yeah.
He's called Tranquil Dystopian, I think.
Not the not the not the
I don't
early
give a damn
early
what Unqualified
volumes.
say. I still love Claymore. I just know I just know it gets weird like towards the end.
Yeah, like
Just
all basically
Each
before
their
the
own,
manga end.
motherfucker.
Yeah, look, in summary, like before the end of the series, I need to check this out, but everything else beforehand, it holds up.
It's the reason why I created Sybil, if that's to be believed. I still want to do more Beto stream too.
what my sketchbook thinks One Piece is bad.
Oh, be careful who you say that near Pete. Be
I
careful
mean, I'm
who you say
not
that to.
like a diehard One
Hey,
Piece fan,
hey,
but I can
I
see
love
why
My
it's good.
Hero. I
Yeah,
love My Hero.
My
I
Hero's
mean my
solid.
Alright.
my hero academia is like a true blue tale of good versus evil, with superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, One Piece has like some arcs that are kind of boring and repetitive, but bad. I don't know about that.
Dude, I took a break off of My Hero because I got back into Lost Last Exile and I need to get back to watching that again. I was so happy, man. When
You know what
Zoro King
saved
opened
My
up,
Hero Academia was Demon
gone.
Slayer. You know why? You know why,
Oh,
right?
I,
Yep.
please
Because
tell me.
Gotoge basically threw the entire manga industry into a loop when she ended Demon Slayer so quickly.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
it took
seriously,
everyone by
like
surprise.
Gotoge totally like stunned. I mean, it stunned Shueisha because basically she realized what anyone who was paying attention realized, which was like, oh, I just made Shueisha like literally $1 billion off my Demon Slayer series, but I get like only like a micro fraction of it because it's my first series. Okay, I'm gonna end it and start a new series.
I'm gonna tell Iron Cast Knight this. At least Green Naruto and Explosion Sasuke didn't kiss each other, or at least they don't have moments where people are telling them to kiss each other, unlike
Yeah,
the other duo.
yeah, but I was shocked. I was shocked that the manga for Demon Slayer, she didn't like get she didn't like earn like the amount that she should have gotten for her first series. So I would say that was a good move on her end for ending it early.
Yeah, no, I actually give her props, and honestly,
Is
the ending to
Beastars
Demon
getting a
Slayer was
third season?
pretty clean. Sorry, go ahead, Wolf.
Sorry, is Beastars getting a third season?
I don't know. I'm not into
That
that
is
stuff.
that is a good question.
I
I'm
didn't ask you. I asked Dominic.
well, so far I have not seen any news about season eight, the potential season three for Beastars, because
I'm, s-
it's all stopped in season two.
yeah, I'm
So
sorry, Uncle. If
most
I'm being
likely,
uncharacteristically mean towards you.
What?
the
I
point
was waiting
is
for this the whole time.
the point is season three for Beastars is up in the air, and this is going to be interesting on how on and if and when the announcement of season three is made. I mean, like how the studio is going to handle like the last arcs for Beastars, because I know like not many people enjoy the finale. Look, not again. Look, there's a difference between anthros and furries, and that's an idea I pitched to you, Wolf. Explaining the distinction for people who like anthropomorphic characters are not this does not make them furries.
Hmm. I did say
You
that.
know,
I did say that in Unqualified's video about Black Sad. Just because you read Black Sad does not make you a furry, and you don't have to be one to enjoy Black Sad either.
no, I
Yeah,
mean
and
storytelling and
that's what.
art is pretty good. I
Like,
mean,
let me ask you this: do you have to be black to enjoy Static Shock? No.
Nope.
No.
Do you have to be Mexican to enjoy Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle? No. Do you need to be Hispanic to watch Mucha Lucha?
Nope.
No. Do you need to be Chinese to watch American Dragon Jake Long?
Nope.
No. You damn sure don't need to
Mm.
be Inuit to watch Avatar Last Airbender either. And that motherfucker got so many races on that fucking show. Just saying.
I just realized we've been weaving out for like 30 minutes. Leah,
Yeah, it's time to
what
wrap
is
it
your
up.
favorite topic?
Uh, well, let me see. Well, there's so many different topics we've discussed. I have discussed fantasy, science fiction, MCU, lot, aspirational heroes, which I've mentioned much in this stream, or not in this stream, but in past streams with Wolf. I cover many different gambits.
So you wait.
I like that. It says I like hero stories, and when I mean heroes, I mean the aspirational heroes. The Supermans, the Luke Skywalkers, the
Heroes who
Steve
are good
Rogers
at
of
their
the
very
world.
nature, basically, at their
Mhm.
very heart, just
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yes,
more
that,
of a general media like TV show movies, or you more comics?
I'm more comics. I'm more pop culture. I'm more
Uh,
comics. I'm comics, fantasy, science fiction, little horror. I'm a little bit of everything. I have my favorites and a little bit of everything, but those are like my main topics or my main genres.
okay.
I'm a little bit of both, so it can be comics. Now, a lot of comics, I will be honest, I have not read, but I've watched adaptations of them, which could be television shows and movies. So I know them from there, and science fiction. I love that as well, which would be your Star Wars, your Aliens. I've chatted with Final a few times about Star Trek: The Next Generation. I enjoy those. So, and then I go into if you want to take horror or something, like I mentioned that I was a big fan of the show True Blood, and I liked The Walking Dead, and Rice books. So I cover many different gambits. The only ones that I'm not totally familiar with would be anime, and I don't know too many video game characters. So I'm not as knowledgeable in those worlds. But everything else, pop culture wise, I've just about seen.
I see.
Oh, next year we'll be doing a live stream covering science fiction and fantasy.
The live stream here. I know I mentioned it to Wolf. Is that what you're talking about, Dominic?
I'm
Yes.
Or
just
something
like
else? Oh.
picking and choosing what we're gonna be doing next year so that we won't have to exhaust ourselves for the rest of this year.
Well, I did. I suggested topics about science fiction to Wolf, and I told Wolf that it might have to be split in two parts because it's such a vast genre. So you can do science fiction as a whole, or you could split it into like science fiction dealing with time travel, science fiction with alternate universe, science fiction with artificial intelligence, cyborgs. It's so much to cover in that particular genre. So I'm all in on that as well. And of course, fantasy, which has always been like my first love, which would be Lord of the Rings and what other fantasy genres.
Wait, have we done an LOTR
Witcher.
stream? Wolf,
Oh, what?
have you done a LOTR stream?
I don't think we have.
LOTR.
Lord of
Lord
the
of the
Lord of the
Rings.
Rings.
Ring.
Lord of the
Come on,
Rings.
man.
We quoted Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Do you not like Lord of the Rings, Wolf?
Oh, I do.
It's okay if you don't.
I do. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not a big Game of
No,
Thrones
I'm
fan.
just like, no, I'm just picking and choosing when can we do that, like we did our Raimi trilogy, Spider-Man stream,
Yeah.
our X-Men Evolution stream,
Can we do
and our
like a regular X-Men stream? Actually, I should say X-Men comics, honestly.
oh man, you lost me on that one because I haven't read any. I barely read any of the comics,
All right, all right. We can do
only the ones I can get my
X-Men.
hand.
We can do
Whoa, we need to
X-Men
fix that.
animated series. I can
Yeah, I
do
was
that.
I'd
planning
be
on
more
doing
than
that, but
that.
but
Yeah.
like I said, I want to do that, but Jesus, there's a lot of seasons.
Just
Well,
do the first season.
well,
You
No,
don't
I
have to
got
do it all at
also, if
once.
you want,
No,
Also,
no,
also
no, no.
Wolf,
I got
if you,
no. I gotta do it the way how we did the X Men Evolution string. We got
Why?
devote. We gotta devote a whole month of it.
well,
What?
Yes,
well, well, Wolf, I was gonna, I'll say as a suggestion. If you want to read, if you want to read X Men comics, you can find the essentials either at Barnes and Noble or at your local comic book shop, and
I said Barnes and
as well
Noble
as the
still
spin-offs.
exists in San Diego.
Well, you
But
can always,
that's a
well,
good
you
suggestion
can't
though.
find half price books.
I mean, if we were to talk about the X-Men comics, we might that might be at least connected to the Marvel universe as a whole.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because like they represent a fraction of Earth 616 before Marvel Comics lost its way.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
We'll tackle the three Lord of the Rings movies in fall,
Oh,
somewhere in November.
yes.
I
Yeah,
know
I
we.
would look forward to
Oh no
that.
no 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 not November because we're doing Beast Wars in November with Matthew
Okay.
Flynn.
Okay.
So
You can save it for next year.
no, I think we can do it somewhere around September. Y'all want to do it September?
Yes, I'm fine with it. If everybody else is, I'm fine with it for September.
which September stream?
Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Right. Yeah, it actually
Yes.
would be up for that. Actually,
Yes.
Extended
Fuck
Very
edition.
much.
the Rings of Power.
yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing
We
that.
are
We're doing
not
that shit
touching
in
that.
defiance.
Oh,
Damn it.
That's right.
What is
oh,
that?
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
let
Amazon's
me tell
Lord of the Rings, which we're not doing.
let me
What
tell
is that?
you, like shit.
Amazon's Rings of Power. It's Lord of the Rings that
Woke.
Amazon's doing.
Well, it's a bastardization of Tolkien and his works.
I'm sorry, my
Yes.
brain's filtering out all of this. I don't know what this is, but it sounds really, really dumb.
It is.
It's
All right.
awful. It's blasphemy.
I accept all of your answers.
Like
Mhm.
it's a disrespect to Tolkien, and people have pointed this out multiple times, and yet those involved in the project refuse to listen.
Yeah, even just some guy even did this, and he's a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Yes.
We
And
don't claim just on guy. He stay locked up too much.
they the people well the well they also fired a Tolkien historian like who knows like Tolkien and his works and has like
We
point out the nonsense.
we won't be doing discussing that when we get there. We'll be doing the Lord of the Rings streams, and we'll just be talking just the movies. I don't even
I,
think we're
I,
gonna cover the Hobbit because my goodness,
Well, the
yeah.
The
books.
Hobbit movies are awful.
Well, you can.
yes they
Yeah, they
are.
are.
You can read.
They
Well, you
are.
can read the books too. But as supplementary material for when we do eventually talk about the movies,
My
because
goodness,
they were good. Because like, the three movies from Peter Jackson, well, they've aged really well and really and bringing Tolkien's work, doing Tolkien justice, and bringing his work into the big screen.
there's a lot of movies where action scenes are brief, but they get the job done. And I read the YouTube comments, and they always say one thing that's clear that I see the YouTube comments say. I wish this was a lot longer. Like, brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would pay you at least $100 to sit through Battle of the Five Armies final ending,
Never,
and
never
then get
under
back to me on these movies that where the action scenes end so quickly, and you come back to me talking about something you wish that this shit was longer.
Oh, you want Black Elves,
never
Mark? You want Black Elves, Mark? Play as a druid in Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean,
never
I will even
underestimate
challenge you
brevity.
motherfuckers to even watch in games final battle sequence.
Oh Lord.
I mean,
They
as much as I like that final battle sequence, but I'm serious. I'm telling you guys, I'm noticing the pattern here. These movies action scenes go on way too fucking long.
than than they should have.
I like
I'm
the
like,
build up in the beginning to it, and then the rest of
yeah.
it is like, ew.
I even enjoy my rewrite rent free in my head of that whole sequence. Cause man, truth be told, a long sequence of action, I'd rather watch John Wick Chapter 3
Hmm.
with the dog scenes. I'm like, bruh, I prefer this over Endgame's final fight. Just Halle Berry
Um,
making dogs bite Negroes' dicks and shit and pop them in the head for their troubles. Cause that
I
shit was
ret-
fucking man. I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis of how that fucking action sequence went. Cause I was like, soon as they come out, her and John Wick popping heads left and right. Okay, when the dogs come in, when the dogs come in, when the dogs come in, dude was about to pop Halle Berry in the back of the head. Freaking dog just went straight, took the dude's head arm off. Dude, was, dude, man, she turned around, popped him in the head, finally silenced his ass. I'm like, oh my goodness. Finally, the dog come in, man. Next dog come in. Next dude come in, try to shoot at her. Dog beat him in the balls. Dude fell onto his ass, trying to fight the dog off. She popped his head, shut his ass up. Freaking John Wick popping people left and right. Do you see the dog rub on the damn table, pounce on old boy, down. He popped his ass. Oh my god! And man, don't even get me started on the best freaking trick I've seen a dog do. Did we lose unqualified?
I think you ran him off.
There's a dude posted on the platform, ready to snipe John Wick. Freaking Halle Berry caught one of those dog alley oop on her back, ran up the wall, grabbed the old boy by the face, pulled his ass down, and she popped his ass. I was like, and that was the big finisher of the sequence. I was like, best damn sequence ever. And it ended with them driving into the sunrise because the sequence took place at night. Y'all need to watch that shit. That shit was fucking awesome and fucking hilarious.
You good?
There was a lot of
Why
popping
was
of
that the
asses.
Summer Million?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It is.
cool.
Because I mean, I
I
already
have my copy.
I mean, to end with the cherry on top, that movie convinced me that Halle Berry can do some action. I was skeptical when I saw that bitch on that trailer. When I saw her,
Yeah, she fucked up Storm, so
Yeah,
right?
she did.
Yeah.
Look, when I saw her in John Wick Chapter 3 trailer, I was like, I'm not sure about her being an action star right now. Her
well,
popping
dude,
dudes left and right.
she did the same training as Keanu Reeves.
I
So
know. But I was like, you know what? Since I like John Wick so much, I'm gonna take a gander at it. That might be the most lowest point in the movie. But when I went to see that movie and I left, I was like, huh. That movie convinced me that Halle Berry can do action. That's a feat that I never thought that would happen in that particular year when I went to movies. Got anything for that, Jada? Because I can barely recognize your ass in any movie. That's kind of funny. The one lady that I'm not that attracted to in movies that a lot of black dudes talk about, I can recognize easily. But Jada ass every single time. This is back when I liked Jada, right? Every single movie I seen her ass in, I could never recognize her ass until my old ass do a double take.
what movies was Jada
Like,
in?
like The
Exactly.
Professor
Exactly.
and A Low Down Dirty Shame, where
Mhm.
wait a minute, wait that, oh my gosh, that's actually Jada.
Mhm. Mhm. Set it off. She was in that one too, but she disappeared among them bitches. Vivica the only one I can recognize, and Queen Latifah.
Mm.
Every single time I see her, I was like, oh, that's Jada. Okay.
Yeah, Angela Bassett would have been perfect as Storm.
I
Mhm.
agree, Dominic. Absolutely, I agree.
I don't like what they doing with her character in Black Panther 2. I really
No,
She
don't like
turned
it.
it down, Master. She turned it down. I
Yeah,
thought
she
she
was going to
wasn't
be
chosen.
Storm. She ended up becoming Amanda Waller in Green Lantern.
and I mean,
Oh my
before
goodness.
before Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, like she worked with she worked with what she had as Waller in the
They made
Green
her into
Lantern
a
universe.
scientist.
Yeah, which again like is out of character from Waller because she is she is an agent of the government, and also she's willing to do some unethical actions to achieve her goals. Which
No,
Exactly.
they turn into a useless freaking scientist goon that gets bodied into a freaking window by a freaking incel.
I know, I know. I'm saying
Well,
When I looked at the casting, I was like, okay, who the hell is Angela Bassett really supposed to be playing in this damn movie? And I looked up, that's the wall. That was my reaction. That's the wall. That's the wall. That is the wall.
yeah,
That's supposed to be Amanda Waller,
again like that
the
can't be
same government official that formed the Suicide Squad. Are you kidding me?
That's how you treat the wall.
like
Seriously.
I'm sorry. Again, like I said, like she worked with what she had, but ultimately only Warner Brothers like did Amanda
That's how you
Waller
know I
dirty.
respect Amanda Waller.
yes.
That's how you know I respect Amanda Waller as a character when I call her by her title, the Wall.
And once again, like she wrote. I mean, she roasts people the wrong way, whether it's civilians, other government officials, or even superheroes, because she is willing to go the extra mile to achieve her goals.
Man, I'd rather watch Assault on
Yes,
Arkham
that's why
again
the
and clean up
Suicide
my
Squad
brain of
don't
that
even
shit.
trust her.
Yeah, because
Yes.
she's both enemy and ally. You don't know which you're gonna get with Waller.
Hmm.
I mean,
She's a
I mean
Black Nick
to this.
Fury, the
I mean,
real Black Nick Fury,
well, she's what would happen if Nick Fury loses his moral compass.
right?
Exactly. She is
But
more well
but
defined in the Suicide Squad movies with Viola
oh,
Davis. They got her right. Go ahead, Dominic. I'm sorry.
oh no, no, but I mean before Davis, CH Pounder, she killed it as Wally in the DC anime universe.
Hmm.
It was it was perfect casting
Whoa,
choice,
what the
and like
fuck is that?
Oh
for as
God!
long
Is
as
somebody over?
what the heck?
Who
Hold
the
on,
fuck fighting?
I gotta
Who
clean up. I
fell?
made a mess. Hold on.
Oh,
Who you
oh my
fighting?
God! Were you using your sword?
Damn, dude.
FBI, open up.
hey, hey, man! As long as it's not an immortal trying to take your head, you have your sword, so yeah,
Yep,
so you can defend yourself.
that's
All
what I
right,
was
Wolf.
thinking, Dominic. He had to do. They've come for the one. He has to
Hey,
fight.
let's start
Well,
wrapping it up.
before the surprise attack, to this day, I
Sorry, a
hear
few books
CH.
fell off my shelf.
Ah,
It's okay.
What were you saying, Dominic?
I'm
Tap
saying,
twice if the
I'm
FBI
saying
has
to
you.
this day, I hear whenever I read Amanda Waller in the books, I hear CH Pounder.
Hmm. I'll share the picture of her some other time, guys. Let's start wrapping it up for
Yeah,
reals this
just
time.
wait on. Yes.
Thank
So like
God,
the thing.
because the next time you're gonna start on with another ramble, I was just gonna be reading another book.
Well, I well well I gotta stay true to the damn title, Wolf Commander Rambles.
Cimmerillion is
Anyways,
cool. Final.
like thank everybody for being here. Those 8 or 9 of you and those non-existent motherfuckers that keep popping in and out. Like to thank one of our guests, Green Lion Girl 07 or Green as I like to call her. Thank you for your contribution here. Hopefully we'll have her again one of these days. Like to thank my boy Unqualified Comics.
Thanks.
Nice.
No, I appreciate it, Wolf. It was a lot of
Of
fun.
course. Hopefully to have you in the next anime spotlight when it's manageable for you. But yeah, I think next week we should tackle Ninja Scroll. I've been wanting to do Ninja Scroll for a while now.
It's a dope one.
And trust me, it'll be evening hours. So I mean, if you're not busy or anything, just pop in. or message me.
Well, it's more Thursday works better for me than Tuesday.
Ah,
That's all.
gotcha. And the only reason why I do Tuesday because Schooner's there, and I like and Schooner's usually the one that actually takes time off himself to actually look at the anime, unlike these bozos here.
Well, you know,
Looking at you, Leia.
What else do you
Well,
think we do with our lives?
I know what you guys do with y'all lives. That's the reason why I'm going with anime movies.
I
So
try, Wolf. You have
y'all
to be
can one and
patient.
done that shit.
You have to be patient with me, Wolf.
well, I mean,
I
Okay,
am
dude,
patient.
at the very
I like
least,
classic. I like classic anime, like Battle of the Planets, Voltron, some other stuff. I'll try to catch up with the new stuff. I do what I can.
well, I mean,
I'm
dude,
not
if
even
you
showing you the new stuff.
yeah, if you do Trigun, try to throw that on a Thursday. And if we got a Final Fantasy stream, even though it will attract all the
How about I do this?
degenerates.
I'll break down Trigon into Tuesday and Thursday.
Uh, well, we
Just to
need
get
two
you in
streams
here.
for Trigun?
hmm
Damn, dude. Wait, that means I'm in the back end of Trigun.
No,
Come on, bro.
because we don't do episode by episode. We just talk shit about it.
Okay, all right. That's fine.
It's not a format, dude. Fuck that format shit now. It's like that. That's too time consuming. We're usually a big ball of chaos. So it's like, you know what? Let's just talk about the characters, talk about the action scenes, talk about the some of the story bits that we loved and enjoyed. That's
Mm.
that whole setup.
We're organized chaos. At the same time we do like we don't want to give it a fair shake. Besides talking about the good, we do bring up what needs to be improved,
Mm,
if it needs improvements.
I
Right.
gotcha. And is it, you guys are typically only talking about the anime, not the manga?
I
Yeah, we want to talk about the anime because it's called Anime Spotlight,
I
and
gotcha.
however
not manga studies. Like that would be if we were talking about the manga, it would be a manga studies thing. And sadly, the reason why I since stopped the manga studies because they're not getting enough traction.
Mm, I
okay,
gotcha.
yeah.
The anime
Although like
spotlights pick up a lot better.
he's not wrong, and like there will be instances where me or several of us like we would talk about the original source
Shit,
material
the
as
Street
we're
Fighter
watching
stream
the
is
anime.
52 views now. The anime movie, the one
Hmm.
with naked Chun Li in the shower.
Oh, Street Fighter 2?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's a classic.
and the oh shit, the Robotech stream got 59. Nice. Anyways, did I call Dominic yet?
No, you didn't.
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us in tonight's live stream. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you got any more materials that you want us to discuss, be it manga, anime, comic books, novels, anything else in between, make sure you put them down in the comment section down below. Hope you all have a good rest of your summer. Stay hydrated. Don't die from the heat. And remember, even though things tend to get dark, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So never lose hope and optimism. This is the Hound of Salad, Dominic Powell. Hope you all have a good rest of your night.
Speaking of heat, the freaking clouds came out today while was at work, and I was wearing a long sleeve. I was panicking because it's the only shirt I had that was white, and all my white T-shirts were dirty. Thankfully, my wife went laundry today. Speaking of a special occasion for tomorrow, Troy Pacelli is doing a stream celebrating his anniversary with his wife Nanette Pacelli. The Pacellis are going to do an anniversary stream tomorrow, but of all the days, they're doing a stream on my mother's birthday tomorrow. And
Oh,
dead silence. My mom
I,
ain't dead, guys. Damn.
I was about to say happy birthday to your mother, and I hope she has a nice birthday.
Thank you.
Me too. And even though the two of you even though the two of you may disagree with each other on things you care about one another at the end of the day. So
Hmm.
hope your mom has a good birthday.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Since Leia spoke out, the lovely Leia Valor, Leia plus size.
Hello, everyone. This is Leah Plasai, your lovely lady of valor, and I'd like to thank everyone for staying with us through this stream. It's late on my end, but on your end, it might be early. But I thank you so much for. Ha 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 ha. You, you,
Oh, great. Here we
you,
go
don't,
again.
you don't show that before I go to sleep at night. But anyway, I want to thank
It
everyone
ain't
for coming
stopping.
to this for coming for coming to this stream. If there's any topic you would like for us, stop. That's just cruel. You why you keep any topic you'd like for us to stream, please mention in the comments below. I sure will appreciate that. And for that, you all have a very good weekend and see you soon. You don't stream this right before I go to sleep at night. You just,
She almost made it, guys. She almost
final,
made it. She
final.
almost made it.
Are you
That
finally
you don't
finished?
do that. That's my weakness, child
It
of.
only finishes when she's finished.
Yeah, you do it more than once when she's finished, which takes you at least about 10 seconds.
I mean, it's here. Why not put it to good use?
I
Child of flower.
mean, also, if you're just gonna continue to do this, I'm just still just gonna keep reading through this.
At least you're getting some good reading, unlike me.
Yes, I'm happy to see you reading, and I'm glad that your room there didn't get torn to pieces.
Oh no, it was just that end of the bookshelf. You can't actually see it because it's at that end. That's what fell
Mhm.
off.
What, did your head
Oh,
hit it?
okay.
No, it just suddenly just toppled over.
You got
Like
some
it was just
rats
like
in
it was
there.
standing like it was standing like this, and because it's a paper bag, it just fell over.
Wow.
Yeah, we
You
were
got
getting
some
scared there. We
spirits.
thought somebody came in and attacked you, and you had to defend yourself with your sword.
Well, since he opened his mouth, Final Fantasy fan, the Warrior of Light.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us. Or if that happens, you will go down. You will go down. Dude,
You took over.
the path of destruction.
Cool ending.
All right. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Night, dude.
Qualified. Good night.
Spinning welcome at the Wolf Town. Reminding you guys once again, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.